Yo, you tuned in to Guerilla Cross Radio.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Guerilla Cross Radio.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Unnamed Sports Show right here on Guerilla Cross Radio, streaming live on GuerillaCross.com, the Guerilla Cross app, Facebook Live, and subscribe to us on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play. Check out the podcast, check out the video podcast. But more than anything, download the Guerilla Cross app because everything we do is on there. All the replays of our shows, all the podcasts, all the live shows are on there. News and more right here on Guerilla Cross Unnamed Sports Show. I'm your host, Quan59. Got my man, Steve Hollywood Huff, in the building. What's good?
Just good to be here, man. 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row after missing 4 months.
I was going to say back-to-back days. This is not Groundhog Day.
Yes. Just happy to be here. Still alive.
And no, that is not the same Yoke Dog shirt as yesterday.
Nice.
Different
Takeover.
I like that
Different
one.
shirt.
I like that one.
Underdog.
Under Yoke Dog.
Yeah, I like that shirt a lot.
Underyoked.
I'm going to ask about how I can obtain one, not like Josh asked about how you can be given one.
I
You
said
definitely
I'd
asked for a
pay.
free one.
I said I would pay.
After we gave you grief.
No,
After we gave you grief.
you literally took it the wrong way. I am all about supporting.
Okay, hold on. Raise your hands if you thought that Josh offered to pay for that shirt initially.
I said when
He
can
didn't
I,
even raise his own hand, so
I said
You know that's a bad sign.
I said how can I get a shirt?
You know
Yeah.
what you said.
Isn't that what I said?
I don't know.
But you know
yeah.
what you said.
Something like that.
Apparently, a black-to-black man is looking for the hookup. I was actually
Whoa,
trying to
we gotta
purchase
take it to that level?
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm just calling a spade a spade.
Whoa, that was worse.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
This racism is killing us.
First of all, you're not supposed to wear the jersey of a team that lost the night before.
I won, actually.
Okay.
Thanks, though. It's a good attempt. We're back
I
in
was
first.
trying because I don't watch baseball.
I know. I was like, what? No, we won
I
2-0.
had none.
It was a shutout.
Yeah.
Right,
Steve,
cut.
sorry, that was your team they played.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, I'm cool with the Cubs losing even when they won. We can talk about how they lost some other game.
There's plenty to choose
Hey,
from.
they lost at the trade deadline.
All right, got my man Josh Williams in the building.
I'm here.
Let's get these intros.
Let's go ahead and keep going. We can get through this.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be sitting next to Steve for back-to-back days. I thought it was gonna be Kareem, and I thought I'd have to fight for airtime, but we're good.
No, Cream let us know at 1:50 that he wasn't going to show up.
It happens.
I'm like,
It
well, you haven't
happens.
talked to us in 4 days, so I didn't expect it. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
Got Death Star Dave in the building. What's good?
Happy to be here. Happy to be the black cloud of the show.
Black cloud.
That's kind of racist.
No, No, that was actually right on message.
Yeah.
The black delegation allows it.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as they're cool with it, I think I did all right. If Steve gives me that look, I'm like, that was wrong.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
I retract when necessary.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, Dave's pretty good. You know, he backtracks. Me and Steve, we double down.
yeah,
we double
pretty much.
down on the ignorance.
I'm taking it all the way. How far can we go? That's how far.
Steve, just
Until
as
my
long as
mic
you
is
don't
cut
bring out a
off.
notebook again, that's all we need.
Oh,
That's
that
the
was
only-
great. That's the ultimate.
Was it?
It,
What?
it was. Steve
When
legit.
Steve brought the
Steve
notebook
legit
out?
had
Oh,
like
Hey,
he legit had
That was ridiculous.
pages.
Man, look.
I don't ever want to talk about that again.
I did that for my people.
Whatever happened to Monique? Whatever happened?
Exactly.
She's on at SLS.
That was
Somebody heard Steve's commentary on it.
She did so good at SLS. They're changing the name of the whole casino and rebranding everything.
They're
So,
going back to
Again,
Sahara.
They're
That didn't
going
work.
back to the Sahara.
all right. Listen, man, we got a live interview in about 10 minutes with my man Jamahal Hill from the UFC. Won, I believe, last week. Well,
Was that
week
last
5.
week?
Yeah, week 5 of the Contender Series, Dana
Yeah.
White's Contender Series out here in Vegas. So he's going to be calling in all the way from Michigan. And Dave's wearing his Michigan shirt. Good job, Dave.
Hey. Well, you
I
know,
don't know if he's state,
that can
though.
backfire, though. That can backfire.
Yeah,
He might
it
be
can.
MSU.
Yeah, he might be a state.
Well, I just know he won't be Ohio State. That's the one thing I do know.
Well, if he's close to Toledo, you never know. That's where your lines are.
Yeah, it starts getting blurry.
Yeah, it can.
So we're gonna be
Definitely
talking to
can.
him live on the line about his fight and about just being in the UFC now. We've had Miles Johns yesterday. If you missed that, make sure you check out that interview. We had O'Day Osborne last week. Really great interview there too. So it's really dope getting these guys on with us right here and just seeing like the future of the UFC pretty much is coming through Guerilla Cross.
That's right.
So skilled and so young too.
Yeah, all these guys are
these
really
guys
young.
are just multifaceted. Got so much going on. It's
And you
just
have to
tremendous.
these days to be an MMA fighter. You have to know everything. You have to, and we didn't see a lot of ground game, and that's something that I'm going to ask Jamal about the ground game and stuff like that. But NFL Hall of Fame game tonight as well. We're going to be getting into some NFL right now. Who is playing tonight?
It's the
Denver Broncos,
Denver
and the
Broncos
Falcons.
versus the
And the Falcons.
Falcons.
All right. Now, do you guys? I know this is like the start of the NFL season every
Don't
year.
get hurt.
But that's not what I'm saying.
That's
The
the
question
only
was, do you care about this game?
Lord no.
Listen, I do. It's the start of NFL. Look. I literally just had this conversation with somebody at the gym today. It's fun for about the first game, and then you're just like, okay, pull everyone. Like no one get hurt.
We have
Don't
the Hall
show
of Fame
anything.
game. People are still excited. Like if you walk into a place, the Hall of Fame game will be on. But then with like later preseason games, it's like maybe if like a bartender, it's his favorite team, then that team's on. But other than that, it's like we're not really caring.
It'll
And
be
I've
fun.
always intentionally not watched preseason because it's like a tease. So I'd rather just wait till the actual season starts. And if I do watch a game, I'll watch the first quarter when some of the starters are in.
I'm the guy
That's
that
pretty much
watches every preseason game and literally gets excited and starts lying to himself over the state
Oh,
of the
wow.
team.
That's why
Every
you
year.
think Washington's going to be good.
Every year, like no, literally, seriously, during the Spurrier years, I was like, "Oh, we're going Super Bowl. It's gonna happen." Till I realized that he emptied the entire playbook during the preseason. It was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, that jet sweep ain't working no more, bro.
Nah.
Like we need to figure out something else."
Man, those ball plays. Ball coach.
Oh, I forget who I feel like we killed the Jets in Japan. Like we blew the Jets out by like 30, and I was like, "Oh, it's a wrap." We haven't beat somebody
But it
by
was
30 in
preseason.
years.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a Redskin fan. We don't beat people by 30, brother.
Preseason.
You win by 30, it's like, hey, what happened? We got better is what
Preseason
happened,
means
Steve.
That
We
Japan,
got better.
That Japan flu. That's why y'all won by.
Man, even the first couple weeks of the season don't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah,
preseason.
Again, talk to a Redskin fan. Best
Yeah.
believe we come out 3-0. Oh, we're going to Super Bowl. It's not even a question. They're going to give us the check
Wow.
right now.
preseason.
Why are we still playing? We've proven everything you
Will
need
you
to
be
see.
happy if at some point in your life, it's doubtful, but that Dan Snyder gets handed the Lombardi Trophy? Will you be happy to see that moment?
Do you understand how happy I'll be if the Redskins win? I don't care if they hand it to the Chief, if he's old and barely holding on at that point. Like, even if he's
Wow.
there and like he's like this, I'll be happy for anybody that touches the Lombardi Trophy that has a Redskins jersey on and they didn't change the name yet.
Wow.
Well, as long as he's there, they ain't changing the name. He ain't changing it.
You know what? I wouldn't be shocked.
I don't know, man.
Well, because they have so much stuff tied into the new stadium, so I wouldn't be shocked. It literally might come down to that. So,
If you're watching live, please share the live Facebook video on the Guerilla Cross page. If you're listening on the app, we appreciate it. Tell your friends to download the app as well. The question of the day was, who do you think will win the Super Bowl? That's what I put up on social media. We had some answers. Myra Gonzalez just put a whole bunch of lightning bolts, which her answer isn't too bad. Yeah, Chargers.
Especially
not a horrible answer.
They could
need
use Melvin Gordon back.
They need Melvin.
Their running game was pretty good last year without him, but Melvin Gordon does put it over the top.
All right, next one, and Gail Odoms. Oh, man.
There's another one.
Spoiler alert, we win at the end, and it's the Washington football team.
Oh, don't worry. You'll be saying the name soon enough.
It definitely won't, but
He will.
you will be interviewing a stuttering kid.
Wow. That's going to be tough.
Please tell me that the kid's going to be in on this,
Chris,
so we're not ruining some kid's
Not
life.
at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
that's
I can't take part in that.
Oh, you're
That's
gonna
too bad
take
for me.
you're gonna take that day off?
All right, next one. Chris Rhodes. We call him what do we call him? Serial killer. See?
Oh no.
Yeah.
good.
Serial killer. He said the Saints. Listen, NFL has some making up to do, so they might actually accidentally make them the Super Bowl champions.
They don't pay him that much for nothing with Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
You know? Mikey VIP. He put a Lions logo. I don't know if he's like celebrating
no
the
Lions
Lion
fan.
King or what.
No Lions fan actually believes that. I know Lions fans.
Nah.
Trust me, none of them think
There's
that.
no way possible.
They're
you
not
believe
making the
that.
playoffs. VIP, they're not making the playoffs. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're not a playoff team.
Is it possible for them to make the playoffs?
Possible.
No, like
Doubtful.
I'm like really
Well, just
trying to
think
think of
in
the
their
NFC.
division, you finally got rid of Mike McCarthy for Green Bay,
Yeah.
and Chicago's a year better.
It's solid.
So that's just in their divition. They should be.
I think it really comes
And
down
Minnesota's
to
still there too.
They're not.
I can't imagine them in the playoffs.
Kirkers is trash. I'm trying to tell y'all. I've been telling y'all that for a long time.
I've been saying this forever.
I appreciate
Nobody
it,
believes
Steve.
me.
I believed it.
But
I didn't want
hey.
to talk about it when he was on my team, but I definitely believed
I
it.
feel like you still talked about it then too.
I did.
You were not a
I was
Cousins
never
fan.
a Cousins fan. Never.
You did
That ain't
warn
the
us
guy.
many
He don't-
times.
He don't even got the right name to get you there, man.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Captain Kirk is okay.
You ever seen Captain Kirk fight?
Like here, man.
Like, go back and watch some of the
Captain
old like
Kirk
Star Trek episodes.
was getting that green girl at the end. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Man. The
You
green,
was-
yeah, exactly.
you
The
was-
green girl.
He got all the girls.
The
You
green
had-
girl.
You
Captain
wasn't
Kirk got all the girls.
He did.
That was scripted.
All right,
ahead.
next one.
Before we get off the
Well,
rails.
This is the show for it. Siobhan put a Raiders logo. So Raiders.
No.
Have you seen their coach?
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Have you heard him talk?
That's all you need to know.
All I can say is Antonio Brown came in a
Helicopter.
in a hot air balloon.
Hot air
Hot air balloon. He came in the helicopter before.
Yeah, I think
Hot air balloon this year.
Yeah,
Hot air
he's-
balloon.
Hot air balloon.
how many weeks before he freaks out on David Carr?
Yeah.
And Lord have mercy
Wait,
if somehow they put Peterman in there.
So
with
David
Antonio
Carr,
Brown.
Derek
Derek
Carr, yeah, you messed me up. Derek Carr bought a house next to Gruden.
Wow.
Listen. I would not be shocked if the Raiders became good again. Wouldn't be shocked.
Raiders are gonna have a good season. I really do think so.
Because I mean,
I
like,
think they're a playoff
the
team.
Broncos are still not very
were horrible
good.
last
the
year, so
Broncos
they're
are
a
still
playoff
not
team
very
this year.
good. I think the Chiefs will be good again.
But not as
Chiefs,
good.
Chargers, and Broncos.
And the
Broncos won't be-
Chargers are still in a situation where nobody wants to, nobody comes to their games.
But they're still good. I don't think it matters to them. They still
That's
they're still
disappointing.
good.
They do play 16 road games.
They do.
All right, next we got Mike Dixon with the New York Giants. Liar.
No, stop. Moving on.
Liar, Mike.
Moving
No.
on.
How,
Saquon,
Delete your entire website, Mike.
Saquon Barkley is.
They literally
Saquon
have
Barkley
no
is
receivers.
really good.
Who are the receivers right now?
Saquon Barkley.
Who's the
Yeah,
quarterback
Saquon
right
Barkley.
now?
Who's their quarterback? Saquon Barkley.
No, Eli's
Just
still,
direct snap.
listen, Eli's still solid, but
Oh
No.
gosh.
No.
Wait.
No.
Wait. What year is this? Is this 2000 never?
Eli's still solid.
As what?
Stop it.
Water?
That would be ice.
All right, my man Kyle Collins from Music Movies Malls Mayhem said the Cowboys, if they make sure Zeke and Dak are taken care of.
Can't hate on it.
They have a chance because I mean that division. There are some question marks.
Let me tell you about the Cowboys.
They're
not winning Super Bowls.
They got this guy
I don't
named
think they're
Jerry
winning.
Jones.
I don't
running
think
the
they're
team.
winning the Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that, nor would I want to see it.
Well, that was the question of the day.
However, I think if you told me could they win their division, that's a different
no,
story.
no, they can win
that
They
division.
can win the division, and you win the division, you're in the playoffs. And depending on how
That's how it
bad
works.
but depending on how bad the division is, you also could get a bye. That's
Yeah.
that's where I was going.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, they have Washington twice. They got the Giants twice.
I mean, that could be 4 wins.
Could be.
Could be 2 losses though too.
Could also be.
You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Don't stop besmirching my good
I don't
skins.
think
Who else we
I don't
got?
think the Giants will beat them twice.
Straight A. Who else
Good
we
old
got?
solid Eli in there.
Who else we got?
That's it.
That's it.
I put the question up late.
Who do you think?
The
Quan?
funny thing is, none of those, with the exception of the Saints, I don't see any of those teams as like viable candidates.
Chargers.
Fans are crazy.
No, you're right. The Chargers.
The Chargers legit could have went last year.
But I mean, I think you have to say the Chiefs.
The Chiefs
to.
definitely.
Chiefs did get a little weaker though.
I'm not sure how you.
They really did get a little weaker.
They did.
Not sure how you don't say the Patriots.
Yeah.
You have
no
to,
matter
you
what.
have to keep Patriots in there.
The Patriots
They just
until
don't-
Brady shows signs of decline or retires. Either of those things happen,
They'll always
then you
be
can start
involved.
Yeah.
you can start to say, "Oh, not the Patriots this year." Maybe, I guess.
Yeah, the year it happens will be the year you can say it.
Well, and the Cowboy fans think
Basically.
because of Jason Witten coming back.
Oh Lord. Hey, at least he's not on Monday Night Football anymore.
Oh my god.
True.
Has
I mean,
anyone
that's a
even
win for
seen any
everyone.
highlights of Jason Witten? I haven't even seen him work out. I haven't
No,
seen
there
him with
wa-
anything.
He
Any
didn't,
OTAs.
he didn't have highlights last year on
Well, yeah, those were lowlights.
Monday Night Football.
Hey,
Him, the Booger Mobile. It was all bad. Just all bad. Poor Joe Tessitore. What did he do to deserve this?
He didn't deserve it. He didn't need to be on football anyway. He's better as boxing. Keep him in boxing.
He is good on boxing.
That's where he makes his money.
Well, no, he makes his money doing Monday Night Football.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true.
But he's better. He's better on boxing.
Keep that man on boxing.
hey.
But I mean,
Hey,
I don't
man,
know, man. There's some good teams out there. I think it's a scary. I think the Chiefs are very scary this year.
And see, that's what I like about football. You just never know.
Yeah.
There's never like a clear cut. This is the team that's going to win.
Browns?
I don't believe in them yet.
I
don't
think they could be a
so.
playoff
I think
team.
they're
I
gonna
don't
be
think so,
good.
but I think that they might scare the heck out of somebody.
Like we talked about yesterday at lunch, I think they have so much hype right now that everyone's going to be going after them,
Yeah,
and I
that's
think they're
true,
actually
too.
going to disappoint people more than overachieve.
It's very likely. I think you also could be talking about one of those when they're clicking, especially offensively. I think they're gonna light a couple teams up this
Well,
year.
they're going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
And I love Freddie
Yeah.
Kitchens.
I
do
think
love Freddie Kitchens.
I think
that he's entertaining to me.
they'll be fun to watch, but I don't see them. Before I can get excited about the Browns. They gotta go have a better than 500 record. I want to see them win 9 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
I feel like even if they had won 8 games last season,
That
I might
would've
be
been a
like,
super win
you
for
know
them.
what? I'm kind of, worried about the Browns this season.
They
But
won 7.
Until that happens, well,
They won
7's not 8.
Well, they won 7 and had like how many overtime losses? They had a lot of overtime
they
losses.
had a lot. They had a good for the Browns. They had a really good season, a
Yeah.
good turnaround season.
Yeah, they
But
did.
then they made a lot of changes between last year and this year.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm
waiting to
still
see.
waiting to see, like, can they get 9 wins? Like, we'll figure it out
Pretty
pretty
quick.
But, yeah, but
got the first thing right
all
when they
the
got rid of
players
Hugh.
are.
When
I
they
mean,
got rid of Hugh, that was step one.
You
Yeah.
can't stand Hugh Jackson.
Well, not many people can.
Hugh Jackson is a bad head coach.
He's a
Good coordinator.
He's a good man.
Bad head coach. I'm not saying he's not a good man.
There's a lot of good men that aren't good at jobs.
Yeah.
I have a lot of
There's
friends that
a
are
lot
good
of-
men that
lot
can't
of,
work.
A lot of good homeless is what you're saying?
I mean, not homeless, but if you're not good at the job,
I
you're not good
mean,
at the
if you
job.
can't get a job,
Look.
then eventually you might be homeless.
Trust me, I know a bunch of good people that are not good at their job. Like, great person.
Great dude.
I let them watch my kids.
Whoa.
But
Listen, if they're not good in
They
the
can't
job,
keep a
they're not
job,
watching my
no,
kids.
bro.
you know, if you go to the quality of their character for somebody in the sports field, they're not good at their job.
Never good. It's never a good start.
Because you're not bringing up anything good there. You're like, oh no,
He's a great guy.
just a great man, great family, great person. It's like, oh, they're not good, are they?
Yeah.
I mean, you could work that. That could be like, character trait number 20.
Quan, I mean, your Niners. You're not pumping your Niners. You've been pumping Niners.
Yeah,
winning
I
Super Bowl.
already told you Niners were in the Super Bowl.
That's
I don't know if I had to announce it again.
Look, man.
Every time I got to say it, Niners are going to win the Super Bowl. And if I'm not going to pick my team and be biased,
there you go.
I don't know yet.
Is Jimmy Jesus back?
He is.
He's back.
Of course.
He's
Anyways,
back
we'll
on
get back
half a
to this
leg.
discussion in a minute. But I think we got my man Jamal Hill from the UFC live on the air. You there, Jamal?
Yeah, I'm here.
What up, man? How you
What's going
feeling,
on?
man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing great, man. Glad to have you on the line and glad to have you in the UFC, man. Congrats once again on your Dana White Contender Series win last week in Vegas, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm pumped. I'm just ready to get the next part of this journey started.
Now, what is the next part of that journey? Have you guys talked yet? Do you have any potential dates that you're going to be fighting yet?
I ain't really allowed to say nothing, but
Okay, there you go.
I will say that they're eager to get me in. You should hear this. Something should be coming out really soon.
Good.
Dope, because we did see Miles John. We had Miles John's last night. We had him on the show, and he's fighting in September. So I know they are trying to get a lot of you guys in here before the year's up. So that is good to hear. So hopefully, we get to see you before the year is up. Go ahead, Josh.
And then
You definitely will.
Jamal, how's your toe? I saw that you had after the fight you'd split your toe. How's your toe doing?
It's all right. It's doing good. It's healing up. Everything's healing up, just a little swelling and then the cut, which I don't know how it happened, but, it'll be all good.
Man,
I'll be good. The stitches come out tomorrow.
It was one of those hellacious kicks or knees that you was throwing, man. Now, I can tell you how it happened. You were limping after the fight. That was a lot of kicks.
Nah, man. I think it was the bottom of them. It was like the bottom, like where my pinky toe, where it bends. It got cut pretty bad. I think it might have happened on the bottom of the cage.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
I always wonder that when I see people flying into the cage because, when we used to climb fences as kids, they always have those
They scratch.
spots that, they're not totally clean, which obviously with these, they paint them and I'm sure they sand them down and stuff like that. But you never know. You're still on a cage.
It's still a fence.
Right. Right. Especially at that bottom part, right below the canvas. Like, it was a nice little space for my foot to fit in there.
Oh.
I didn't see any blood, so I don't know. I can't definitively say that, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened because there's no other thing that I see possibly that could have happened.
Did you even notice it during the fight, or was it something you didn't even realize till after the fight?
Man, I didn't even realize. If you watch the interview right when I finished with Laura,
Yeah.
my coaches, like, they point down at my foot, and then I'm like, oh, they're like, you're bleeding.
Your
That's when I realized I was
your
bleeding.
pinky toe's falling off.
Right. Look, that's exactly what it looked like. It looked like my toe was falling off.
No, I saw the picture and I couldn't believe how deep of a cut that was.
Yeah,
Like, man,
that was serious.
thought you can be a four-toed fighter.
Get on my Ninja Turtle a little bit, call me Donatello.
Jamal, hey, that's Jamal with 9 toes right there. That's the 9-toe assassin. You do not want no problem with him.
I'm still 10 toes down. Come on now.
Man, we're live on the line with UFC fighter Jamal Hill. He had a great fight last week on the Contender Series. Listen, man, especially this second round, you were just pounding the heck out of this dude with kicks, with body shots. I can't even believe he lasted as long as he did because he went down a couple times where I thought he was just going to be like, I'm done. I thought the ref was going to stop it a couple times. How'd you feel about this fight? How'd you feel about this win?
Oh, yeah, he was a tough dude, came in, decorated kickboxer, I studied him well. Me and my team very good at putting together game plans. And I know if I just executed my game plan and everything we trained, I was going to be good. A little higher up in levels you get, the more you're going to run into tough guys, the guys that can take that can take a little bit more of a beating and stuff. So you just got to make sure I'm ready to give it to them.
Yeah.
Now, Jamal, it looked like you really found some holes in your guys' game plans in his body defense. Was that something that you guys keyed on? Because you had a lot of shots, whether it was knees or kicks, that were going to that midsection?
Oh yeah, that's just something. That's just like something I like to do. I like to work the body. You know, I like to hit you. I like to attack from different angles, different places, keep people guessing. You know, just like to mix it up. It's just part of my versatility.
Now, speaking of versatility, we didn't see you in this fight on the ground much at all. How is your ground game?
I'm well-rounded in all aspects of the game. You know, I don't think I'm just gonna come in. I'm just the best stand-up guy. I'm just the best ground guy. I come in. I'm gonna beat you wherever you give me the opening. I'm able to capitalize on it.
Are you comfortable on the ground, or are you more comfortable standing up?
I'm comfortable wherever the fight goes.
So, did you keep this one standing up just
everywhere.
because he is a kickboxer, and it you just wanted to stand with him?
Yeah, that's where I felt the fight was going. I'm not really going to expend a lot of energy to go to the ground to make an effort to go to the ground when I know you can't beat me standing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how I felt.
Jamal,
I thought I could break him standing up.
Yeah.
Jamal, can you
And you did.
Can you actually like explain to the listeners and people just how much energy actually really gets expended on the ground? You know, when you're down there doing all your transitions and in some situations really just surviving, depending on what position you're in. Can you talk about just how tired you can get and worn out you can get from just being down there?
Oh, I can go for days, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what's standing up or on the ground. You know, I roll with some pretty tough high level dudes, you know, that come from all like jiu-jitsu backgrounds. Some of them are jiu-jitsu with wrestling backgrounds. So, you know, I gotta you know, we work hard. So, you know, but yeah, definitely I feel like as far as grappling goes, that you can definitely get you can get more tired in a grappling exchange. That lactic acid builds up in your muscles a little bit faster, you know, but my ground game is legit, you know, so I have the ability and the conditioning to weather the storm and all, and actually capitalize and all.
Very cool.
In this fight, it looked like a couple times in the first round you hit him, and he was obviously hurt. Did you feel like is there a point in the fight where you feel like, you know what, I'm just gonna stick to my plan and just keep working him, or do you have that thought of like, okay, I just hit him, he's hurt, let me capitalize on this and keep hitting him where he's hurt at to basically break him down more from that angle?
Oh, definitely. If I land a good shot somewhere, you know, I like to start working either fake back to that to make them think I'm going to go there again and then attack something else that I see open, or if I can just get back to that same opening, I do that. Most of the things that I do is just instinctual, just reflex, things that I see in like a split second. I have very creative, and I have very good on the fly thinking.
Okay.
So,
Now, Jamal, what first got you into a camp? Got you away from any other sports interest? Who was the kind of the fighter that you saw that it was like, that's the path for me?
Oh, it had to have been Anderson Silva. You
Nice.
know, back whenever I first started, I was huge on Anderson Silva. You know, I used to watch he had like his highlights and stuff. I used to watch those before my fights. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing how he go in is effortlessly just dismantle people. You know what I mean? And just seeing that type of greatness, you know, it made me believe in my own greatness. You know, there's a level that I can reach to where I can do that. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Now, knowing how great Silva was, watching him now still going and really just looking like he's 3 steps behind, do you still like watching your favorite fighters fight, or is it something where it's like when it's time, you just want to see them kind of go away like on top?
I mean, yeah, I would have liked to have seen him stay undefeated until I got there, and I could, you know what I mean, dethroned him myself personally, you know. But, yeah, I feel like, you know, Father Time is undefeated, you know. Yeah. He still feel like he has some fight left, you know. I know what it's going to be like for me to give up anything, you know. I gave up. I played semi-pro football. You know, I was supposed to hoop, and I was supposed to go play basketball, things like that. So I know what it's like to have to give up those things and walk away from those things. Yeah. So I can understand why, you know, if he feels like he got some fight in it, you know, he don't fight till he don't have none left, which is one other reason why I like him. Yeah. Why I respect him.
Yep. And so giving up football, giving up basketball, what made you give those up knowing that you would be, I mean, did you know you'd be more successful in MMA to give those up, or did you just fall in love with MMA so much that it was a no-brainer?
I felt like I've always felt like no matter what I decided to do, once I decided to stick with something, I could be successful in it. I would be successful in it. But as far as basketball and football, like, you know, I had my things where, like, you know, football especially, bad coaching, you know what I'm saying, bad teammates, and that just affect the whole overall mission of the team, you know. So I wanted it to be a little bit more on my shoulders, you know. MMA was more like, all right, I can control my own fate. I'm in there. It's all based on how good I am, how good I perform, you know. And I kind of like that better.
That's true. I mean, when it's a solo sport, everything is on you, win or lose, so you don't have to depend on other people. What position did you play in football and basketball?
Man, I played everything in both. I played all positions in both. But basketball, my main position was like a 2-guard, 3-guard, sometimes like a smaller, more spread out 4. And then football, I played at the semi-pro level. I played safety. I played safety and linebacker.
Ooh.
And
6'4" safety. My gracious.
yeah,
Wouldn't look forward to that.
Yeah,
Right?
like,
Oh my goodness. That's
yeah,
great.
that was some fun, man. That was some fun being able to come down, clean up. I kind of like being the last line of defense, but at the same time, I hated it because sometimes when you get there, you're licking your chops, and you get there, and the action's over, man. They already made the tackle, you know. So I think my rookie season during the playoffs, they switched me to linebacker. At first, it was outside linebacker. Then our middle linebacker went down with an injury, and I played middle linebacker, and we ended up making it to the championship game. We made it to the championship, and then, like, for some reason, my coach decided to sit me the whole first half of the championship game. When I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, not to be like, so I felt like that was the reason why we were there. Like, I set the tone the first game of the playoffs against Detroit. You know, I was smacking the quarterback. I actually ended up, one of my hits even took the quarterback out the game. They didn't score at all. Then we played Chicago. I think it was our next game. And I ended up like, I didn't have like a stack game like I did the first game, but, you know, I made the plays that counted at the last drive where they could have took the lead or scored on us. You know, I made probably like about 2 key tackles and then tipped the ball into an interception to end the game. And then the championship game, they sat me the first half of the game. And then when I came in, the team didn't cross the 50.
Wow. That's when you just want to give the coach. That's when you want to give the coach one of those leg kicks to the ribs.
But look, but here's that's all good and everything. But whenever it's 14-14 at halftime, and then I come in the game and it stays 14-14 at the end of the game,
yeah,
you know, would they have ever scored? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, but now you're in the position now. I mean, it has to feel great where you're in control of what happens, your fight plan, and how you execute it every time. No time on the bench here.
It's still crazy. Yeah, it's still crazy, man. Just hearing Jamal Hill, you come true. You know what I mean? And now that it's here, you know what I mean? I thought I'd be like more like amped, which I am happy. I am amped, but I'm just ready for what's next. I'm hungry to get going. I'm hungry just to go through get the stripes and everything that I feel like I should already have, you know?
Yeah, I think it's easier for you to be able to go in and fight again right away because, you know, the only injury you had was from the cage and not even, you know, from your opponent, really. You didn't get beat up much at all. Right. So it is easier, you know, for you to just to go in and you know, fight right away. And you've been, you know, you said before the fight you want to fight John Jones one day. Is that really an aspiration of yours? And how do you think you would face if you got thrown in the cage with him right now today? How would you do against John Jones?
Look, I rise to the occasion regardless of who I'm in there with. You know, that's definitely a goal of mine. You know, my goal is to be the best. You know what I mean? People consider him the best, so that's what I got to take out to be the best. I mean, to be where I want to be, to have the notarization that I want to have. That's the test right there. You know, I step into every test thinking I'm a pass.
Yep.
There you go.
Because I'm gonna put the work in. That's no question.
Definitely.
Put the time in. That's no question. And I'm confident in my skills and my abilities. A lot of people try to think that they can pinpoint down to what I do or what I like to do. I'm one of the most difficult people to figure out that you'll ever see.
Yeah. Jamal, tell us about William Vincent. I see that you fought him twice in 2 of your wins, and the first time was a decision. Now, what happened in the second time you guys fought?
Second time we fought, I was beating the living hell out of him, I guess. He was, he came in, just sold out for all. I'm going to try to get the takedown, and I'm going to try to finish the submission, because in the first fight, he felt like he was about to finish one of the two submissions. I think he went for a heel hook, which it wasn't as close to people as he think it was or anybody else thinks it was. And then the darts was kind of tight, but I knew wasn't enough time to finish it. So he felt like he could just go in and snag a submission and think he was going to walk away with a win. He found out very quickly that that's not the case.
Nice.
You know, I ended up getting him. He kept shooting for takedowns, kept going for takedowns. He actually got me down on one of them. You know, but he took that fight, and and shout out to him, because he took that fight on 10 days notice. The dude that I was supposed to fight, which I don't say his name because he don't need no notarization. He don't deserve it. He talked for months. Talked for at least a couple months. And then just like backed out the last 10 days of the fight. He wasn't hurt or nothing like that.
Wow.
He knew his mouth wrote a check that his ass couldn't cash.
So he got scared.
That's not good.
Hey, I'm all about cashing them checks.
But for him to not even fake an injury, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least fake the injury.
No injury. We're
like,
just,
I'm just
what he
out.
said was, it's a hard camp. It's been a hard camp for me. My body is, I can tie. What did he say? He said, if I could fight, I could tear my bicep, and then I could be out forever. I'm like, man, so you a doctor now, bro? Is he a fighter or not?
He broke his back.
My bicep.
Spinal.
Spinal, bro.
I've never heard somebody
I don't know why.
in history be concerned about tearing their bicep.
That's crazy to me.
In any sport.
He's like, it's been a hard camp for me. It's supposed to be a hard camp. You're training for a fight, bro.
Yeah, for real.
That's too
He
funny.
needs to get a backiotomy.
Yeah, I'd be more worried if it was an easy camp. It's like, this camp's been really easy. I've never felt like I was pushed.
really easy going. We didn't want to work myself out too hard.
Yeah.
Oh my
Just a little razzle dazzle.
a little razzle dazzle.
I don't know, bro. But yeah, Vincent stepped in, and we fought again. I would have finished him the first fight, but the first round when I got him down, I was trying a little hard to finish him, too much, pushing a little too hard to finish him, and I kind of wore myself a little bit.
Yeah.
But
and the first time you guys fought. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was gonna say the first time you guys fought, that was only your third fight. That was only your third professional fight.
Yeah, but like my professional, I had a long amateur career. I fought 13 times as an amateur. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why people don't know that is because like back in the day, like Michigan was like underground, like it wasn't really like sanctioned in here, like dudes was just throwing fights.
It was like Fight Club.
Like you could show up. I done fought dudes like 20 pounds heavier than me, like
not your weight class.
all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, I might make it to weigh-ins. I might maybe or maybe not. Can I just take a picture on the scale? You know what I mean? Like all of that. Like you know what I mean? Like it was just like it was like underground, but it was gritty though. It was real. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
I done had my time in the cage. I've been fighting since 2010.
Okay.
And speaking of weigh-ins, how much weight do you have to cut, and what do you walk at? Because we've seen a few people on the Contender Series not even make weight. I mean, a couple people were like 8 pounds over.
Yeah, that happened.
And
that happened Jamal's week. That was last 2 weeks ago.
No, that was the week before. That was the week before my week.
That was the week before your week? Okay, yeah. He came in.
Because they would have gave out 5 contracts then.
Yeah, that's right.
Came in, he looked great.
That's right.
Looked great. You know what I mean? But you got to make weight, bro.
Yep.
He didn't even get close. He wasn't even close.
So 8 pounds a lot.
How hard is it for you to make weight, and how much weight do you usually cut off?
It's not hard for me at all. I get right on my weight cuts right away on my diet. I like to drop mine at like 5 pounds a week. You know what I'm saying? So I usually cut. Well, last fight I cut from probably like 233 or something like that. I'm probably like about 225 right now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I walk around somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad.
I mean, work, but not a killer. Now, through your fights, since you've had a long stretch amateur and now still not being defeated overall, what do you kind of see as the part of your game that you feel you need the most work on? Where do you think that maybe not necessarily a hole, but something that you could do better?
Just the little things, just the little details, proper, making sure I throw all my strikes proper, make sure I do the right things after I throw my strikes, coming back and controlling, just get sharper. That's it. I feel like I do everything well, so I just want to get sharper.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. That's what my focus is always on, just improving myself. Like, I took some things from this last fight and I'm going to improve on them. Every time I step out there, like I said, like, I'm not joking when I say I'm my biggest critic. Like you could be like, oh man, that was the most perfect fight. I guarantee you, I'll probably think about that one punch that I throw over and over again. And how do I make sure I don't do that again? So.
Now we see a lot of people fighting, and you take that beat down. Your family's in the crowd. I know you did have a lot of family at the Contender Series. And then when you were doing the post-fight interview with Laura, you mentioned 6 kids, and the whole crowd was like, "Whoa!" Like, you heard the whole crowd just, "Whoa, 6 kids!" Like, first of all, you look too young for 6 kids. Are there anybody? Is there anybody in your family? Early. Yeah, you did. Is there anybody in your family or your kids that doesn't want you to fight?
Nah, pretty much everybody's gotten over that. They see what they see. Yeah, they see. Like, I got aunts or whatever who still like, oh, I don't like to watch it, but I support you.
Yeah.
You got them, you got those and everything. But everybody sees what I'm see. I'm focused and I'm locked in, and I got a goal and I got a dream. So they pretty much support me.
So what was the family's reaction when you did get the win?
Oh, they were hyped. It was nuts. Like, my phone has never gone off so much. Like, ever.
That's cool.
Like, ever. I mean? Like, ever. like first it's like 2. It started out as like 260 notifications on Instagram. Clear those. 360. Clear those. 800. 1,000. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was nuts. That's not even to mention Facebook and Twitter and all that. Like, it was a lot. At first it was just like overwhelming, like, so I had to just like step back for a moment, just kind of just enjoy the moment with the people that were around me, and back to business.
Now, Jamahal, you talk about just, how that has changed. What else do you think has changed the most since you were able to get the contract? Just in terms of people noticing who you are, or people, what do you feel has changed the most about you and your situation?
Money. I'm
Hey, we working on that.
Listen, you're not getting beat up for free, so I'm happy that money is going up.
I wasn't doing that anyway. But yeah, just like, there's more people are more keyed in. Like I've had messages, like I got like a lot of messages from people like from Europe, people from like South America, like all over, like from everywhere, hitting me up like, oh, I'm definitely a fan now. I'll be watching. Oh, I believe in you. Or like, you know what I mean? I mean, of course you get the haters and everything. Like, what you're training for John Joe? Are you crazy? Well, what the hell am I doing this sport for if I don't think I can be the best?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in here just to fight. I just love to fight. I want to just want to tussle around with some guys. No, I'm here to take out everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now you're going to get to the point where you're going to have to stop reading the comments, right?
Oh yeah. I don't respond to them anyway. They just make me laugh.
Yep.
Hey,
something when I'm bored.
Don't stop reading them, man. Keep reading them. Let them fuel you. Man, we're guys.
Just don't let them get to you, because a lot of time it's a 14-year-old boy in Indonesia that's trying to get under your skin.
No, before I fought this one dude, he said something. I was like, man, you gotta love couch analysts, bro. You gotta love couch analysts. Mr. Bag of Potato Chips sitting there. Well, I think it should be.
I'm gonna be honest, man. If I took one of those kicks from you, I'd tap out right away. I might not even have to tap out. I might just be out.
Listen. If you missed with one of your kicks, I'd be like, "Yep, no, I saw what's coming, and I'm good. I'm all set.
That's what's crazy. Those kicks weren't even full power. I actually kick a lot harder than that.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, no thank you on that for me.
Because you guys were making.
The first round was slow. I had to feel. I like to go in. I like to feel him out, get the timing, get the range, get comfortable. See what he like to do. See where his mind is that day. But also while I'm doing it, I'm gonna keep the pressure on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we rewatched the fight on TV, but being there live last week, it's such a quiet room. We're not hearing the commentary.
Mm-hmm.
You're hearing those leg kicks.
Yeah.
Even when they're blocked, it sounds like the dude's arm's about to break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The funniest thing the funniest thing I noticed from rewatching it actually was you hit him one time in his chest, and like your eyes got really big. Like you were like, oh no, I'm gonna start hitting him for real, because like it was like you hit him, and like because I think when you hit him, you had your back to us, so we didn't see any of that. And so just watching it just now, I was like, oh, okay. I thought you were in it in the first round. I forgot it took him to the second round.
Yeah, he was tough, man. He was tough. I hit him with some solid shots from kicks to knees and punches straight to the body in that first round. I started out a little slow feeling on the first round, but I felt like I did a lot of damage in the first round. Yeah.
Oh, you could see it.
Yeah, like I don't, bro. My facial expressions, bro. That's just all natural, bro. I never know what face I'm gonna make or what I'm gonna do. I just let it come, then I enjoy it as it's happening.
Yeah.
Well, some of that is probably you saw him, like you could see him kind of condensed, like he crouched his body.
Yeah, he kept crumbling.
You could see he was not enjoying those shots to the body. He was like, I don't think anybody'd ever hit him in the body that hard in his life.
Probably not.
Probably not. I haven't seen anybody. I've seen him go. I've seen a lot of times he went against headhunters. He fought that one guy, the other guy over there in Germany, I believe it was, that actually worked his body a little bit. I forget what his name is, but a dude that he was in his fight, he had on black shorts. The guy had on white shorts. It was like one of his more recent fights, like about last year or something like that. Dude worked his body a little bit, but he was just like, touched him a little bit to the body. Not really. He didn't really put emphasis on it. He didn't really hit him with no power shots to the body. It was just like some of them were in the clinch, little swiping uppercuts to the body or whatever. I like to work the body. Yeah. It's devastating. Like, just like I don't know if y'all ever heard of Caleb Grummett?
No.
No.
All right, Caleb Grummett was a guy. He was like one of the toughest dudes that was around back whenever I was first coming up. He dude didn't know how to spar light like at all. You know what I mean? I'm like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid, and I'm still young and fresh. I'm sparring with this dude. That dude hit me with a body shot one time. I'm like, whew. Whew. Like that shit hurt. You know what I mean? And then it wasn't just the fact that it hurt. It shook my insides and it actually took me a second to recover. So I'm like, okay, there's something to this.
Yeah.
So now I realize whenever I work the body, whenever I work the body, sparring sessions, whatever, people start to fade.
Yeah.
And that's something to me, just as somebody who watches it, not taking those shots, granted. But I always enjoy when I see fighters, whether it's MMA or boxing, guys that work the body, because everybody's swinging at the head all the time.
The body
Most of
doesn't
that's
move.
just so unsuccessul. And then you see these guys, when you see a solid connection to the body, it's like, oh no, you ruined months of that guy's life right there.
Right.
It's like they train to get hit in the
Knock all
head.
Cardio sessions right out of it.
That your kidney never gets trained enough to take those hits.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, a lot of times in fights, you see these guys taking body shots, and even the fans watching, they'll see a guy take a knee, and it's like, why is he taking a knee? Like he only got hit 2 or 3 times. It's like,
okay.
yeah, but that was to the ribs.
Yeah, one. All it takes is one. And that's another thing. I done condition myself to where I can eat body shots. I can dish them out, and I can definitely take them. Which is it's kind of weird to me because, like, normally, like especially, like, I know what it felt like that one time I got hit in the body. But now, usually, when I get hit in the body, it's usually, nope. Like, you seen in the first round when he tried to kick me, when he tried to go with the kicks to the body, and I was shaking my head, nope.
Yeah.
that's just me telling you, bro, you wasting your time, bro.
Move on.
I kick, like, I train with some dudes that hit hard, bro. Like that kick hard, you know, so.
Yeah. Now, speaking of kicking hard, that first round, I felt it from my seat. You had a really bad groin kick to him.
The groin kick, yeah.
I felt it in my seat, bro.
Set up the inside leg kick, man. I hate it when that happens. Hey, you can see it on my face, like, damn it.
And it was direct. It was direct. There was no.
It was a direct hit.
It was a direct hit.
You got them all in there.
No. Oh, wait. It was. Don't get me wrong. It was a hard groin shot, but I actually caught a little bit of his thigh. You know, so it wasn't.
Listen, man,
that's easy to say coming from the other side.
Yeah.
It's easy to say when it wasn't your groin getting kicked.
Right.
My man was never the same
I
again.
caught
That
a
was it
little
for
bit
him.
of thigh.
I mean, that really ended the fight right there. Like, it was just a
The fight
matter
was
of
over.
time.
The fight was over after that, bro. It was over. It was a calculated move.
And then you had a knee, and he acted like you hit him again in the groin. I looked at the replay. I didn't see you come close, but he tried to get another timeout.
That was right in the liver. That was in the liver. That was right at the bow line, right in the liver. That's what it was. He like, oh man, I got to do something. Yeah, he tried to get
a timeout off that.
Yeah.
Jamal, let me ask you. I know fighters, they always say, you know, I'll fight anybody, bring them on, whoever. If you could handpick your next fight, or if there was somebody who you saw, who would you fight next? Like, who have you watched fight and was like, man, I want to fight that guy?
John Jones.
Right to the top.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, to the top of the food chain.
From
man.
contender to champ. I like it. I like it.
Now, that'd be a story right there.
They can keep feeding them. Like I told them, line them up. That is no joke. Line them up.
Yeah.
Throw me in the water. Throw me in the deep water. Throw me in there with the sharks.
Now, you're the only one that walked into the cage with headphones on, too. You were bobbing to something. What were you playing in your headphones? Because you don't get entrance music, so you got to kind of create your own, I guess.
Right. That was that Nipsey Hussle all my life.
Nice. Good track right there.
Yeah, had to.
Good track right there.
Yes, sir.
And what does it feel like?
To me, man.
What's it feel like fighting in a crowd that sounds like a library?
I mean, bro, like I said, Michigan was the underground, dog. Like, I'm talking about, like, I done showed up to an event, and it's like a fucking warehouse. You know what I'm saying? It's a warehouse with just a cage and a BYOB, people walking in with cases of beer and stuff, like, just tables and chairs, like, you know what I'm saying? So I done been in some weird, strange kind of venues. You know what I mean? To fight. So, you know, I just lock in and focus on the fight.
There you go.
That's funny.
You know, like, man, what is this, backyard brawling? We're down at 5,000 at, like, what the, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
funny,
like
man.
them 80s movies with Jean-Claude Van Damme, where he's fighting like
You know,
they surrounded by cars.
Right. It's blood sport in
Oh my
here.
goodness. Not
Like-
blood sport. My favorite daggone movie moment of all time with him screaming. It was still that's my favorite moment all time, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Wow.
Your favorite?
Of all time?
Of fighting movies, yeah. When he has the stuff in his eyes and he's like, ah! Like, oh my god,
fighting
that's my favorite. That's my favorite moment, yo. He went to a dark place. That's a dark place. Quan don't get it. He don't understand.
You didn't say of fighting movies. You just said your
you said
favorite
of
movie
all
of all
movies.
time.
Yeah, oh no, of all time fighting movies.
Okay.
Okay, you
Makes
saved
more
yourself.
My bad. Sorry. It was a great moment.
All right, Jamal, what's your favorite all-time fighting movie?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, man, that's tough. But, you know, I don't know if it really counts as fighting, but, you know what I mean, he acts and he put in the work. I like John Wick.
There you go.
All right, there you go.
Hey, he's fighting. I mean,
Booba Yaga.
that's a great movie.
There's more fighting in those movies than any fight movie. I'll tell you that right now.
For real.
Right.
Especially with Halle
I like how
Berry.
you take- I like. Yeah. Oh man, she was getting down with the dog.
Dude,
Hey,
that
you know
was
what's crazy? I just watched that movie for the first time a couple days ago. I just
was
watched that movie
great.
for the first time a couple days ago.
You were training, man. You were in train mode.
Wow.
It's all right.
It was that movie's great. They just keep getting better. That's what I like about John Wick movies. They just keep getting better.
How close to John?
I like the first one a little bit more than the second one, though.
That's true.
How close to John Wick are you in real life? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10, you are John Wick.
Look, man, I'm just gonna say this. I could go get suited right now. You know, I could go get suited right now.
That's great.
All right.
Jamal Wick.
Jamal Wick.
You know what I mean? Jamal Wick.
Coming to a theater near you.
You know what I mean?
He don't got guns. He just run around giving people body shots all day.
You know what I'm saying? Body shots that come up to the head shots. That's John Wick all day right there, bitch.
Oh,
All right, the question of the day on our show is who is going to win the NFL Super Bowl this year? We got the Hall of Fame game tonight. Who's your Super Bowl champion this year?
Oh, come on, man. You know I got to go with the squad, man. There's one pride over here, Detroit Lions.
Lions. He's going Lions.
All right, yeah.
Hey, one of our fans actually said that.
Yeah, one of our followers said that.
Okay,
we'll hear you out. We'll hear you out. This better be good.
We worked on we did exactly what I wanted us to do. We needed what we needed to do. We worked on controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. The Eagles did that. That's what won them the Super Bowl a couple years ago. They controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. We did that. I like what we added to our defense. You know, you lose some players, you know, Ziggy gone, you know, but we still got snacks. You know, I think we're gonna surprise a lot of people. I'm tired of people talking and disrespecting my man Matt Stafford, dog. I'm tired of the disrespect.
Hey, listen, Matt Stafford doesn't show up enough. He's good,
solid,
but
he's not.
He spent like 3-4 years being the most hit quarterback in the league.
Hey,
I mean, you
get
got
better line.
400-pound dudes smacking you. That's what we did. Hey, but I done seen Matt Stafford make some throws that's just incredible.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Some of the best, like, wow, how did he get that in there? Like, man, what? Watch. Give my boy Matty some time and see what he do.
Okay.
I feel like the Lion King has a better chance of winning the Super Bowl than the Detroit Lions.
Wow.
He said the Lion King.
Simba.
We are the Lion Kings, baby. Come on, man. I think you just said the San Francisco 49ers was going to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, there it is. There you go. There you go, Jamal. Get him, Jamal.
Come on now.
I can make a bet with you, too. I already got a bet with Josh. I can make a bet with you, too, that the Niners will go farther than the Lions.
Listen, Jamal. Go ahead and take that bet, dog. Take that bet, dog.
Is that a bet?
That's a bet. That's a bet.
Is that a bet?
That's a bet.
Jamal, we're going to have to get you back on the show. I like it. That's great.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'll definitely be back right after they make the playoffs. They sitting at home feeling the roar, watching the squad, watching that blue, watching that Honolulu blue, you know. Yeah. Hey, well, it must be crazy. What do you think y'all gonna do something in the same conference as the the Seahawks saying what they usually do? Their defense is actually getting better.
Yeah,
but,
Seahawks.
No, it's the Rams division.
Shoot, they just got DK Metcalf. All right.
DK got to learn how to run a route.
Yeah,
shoot. When you run a 4.3 and you're 6'5", just run a go.
Fine.
Give me a go.
Just run, right?
Give me a go on 3.
Everybody.
DK, you just keep running.
Just go beat everybody.
Oh, no, he looks like a monster. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right, my man
like,
Dave.
What route you want me to run? He said, what route you want me to run? Get open. Just get open. Just get out there and get open.
My man Dave's wearing a Michigan shirt, Wolverines. Right. Are you Michigan or Michigan State?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's Michigan all day.
There it is. There it is.
Right. We were nervous. We were a little nervous.
Just so you know, they are rated one of the most likely teams to make the playoff this year in college football. That's
legitimate. They should have made the playoffs last year.
That was rough.
Fair. That was fair.
You know, our defense is good. We just need to be more consistent on offense.
I just don't know how he can't develop a quarterback. I don't understand it.
It's tough, man.
Man, they not. It's cold in Michigan, bro. They don't want to come here. They like, what? I gotta throw what? Nah, Michigan said that weather gonna affect my numbers. I gotta go to Florida. I gotta go to Bama. I gotta go to California somewhere.
That's great. That's very true.
Yeah.
It's a soft generation,
the
Jamal.
Intimates, that's for sure.
It's a soft generation.
I mean, there's been a couple good quarterbacks that came out of Michigan, though.
There have been. It's just been a while.
It's been a minute.
Well, I mean,
Tom Brady.
the GOAT.
Yeah,
But he didn't do anything at Michigan.
Yeah.
they did him dirty at Michigan.
Well, I mean, he was
saved him
behind.
for pro.
He's behind Drew, right?
No,
He
they
saved
messed
him
with him
for
with
pro.
Drew.
Come on now.
Right?
He did fine. He did fine. Hey, Brian Greasy
Yeah,
won a
he did
title.
all right.
That's all. That's all.
Brian
That's all you
Greasy
need to
won a
know.
Yeah, man, right. It's also all about the weapons you got around you and stuff too.
That's true.
You know, because I'll be honest, don't get me wrong, Tom Brady the GOAT. He been doing it longer than I think anybody has. Won a title at an age that nobody, unprecedented age. But we not gonna act like he ain't have some help.
Oh, hey, I don't know.
We not gonna act like he ain't had some help. You know, that
Definitely.
defense back in them early 2000s, vicious.
That's true.
Vicious. I remember Teddy Bruschi hitting the dude so hard he took his helmet off. His nose was just leaking.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro. Like,
One of them going in the hall this weekend.
Is-
Willie McGinnis,
McGinnis,
like
right?
them
No,
boys.
Ty Law.
Yeah.
Also,
Michigan.
there you go.
I know that.
Ty Law was a gangster.
I know Ty Law's from Michigan. All right, Jamal. Before we before we get you out here, I was just gonna ask you: 3 years from now, where do you see your UFC career?
3 years from now,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, I see myself strapped up, man, with that belt around my waist, you know, making good checks, and just when people get that call to fight me, they need to be afraid. I want that pit in their stomach,
Nice.
you know. I want them to know what they really coming up against.
Just keep telling everybody sweet dreams, man. That's it.
Sweet
That's
dreams.
That's all you
Sweet
gotta
dreams.
You
do.
know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Now,
That's
did you
it.
give yourself
That's
that
it, man.
nickname, or did somebody give you the nickname Sweet Dreams? Because Dave has a problem with
Like
one of those.
all right. So, all right, this how it happened. All right, honest story, true story. Swear to God, no lies. All right, so this is what happened. So we were this is before my first amateur fight. So like we had weigh-ins the day of my amateur fight. So I'm filling out my paperwork. It's like nickname. I'm like, shit, I don't have no nickname. You know, so like we just sitting there chilling. And one of my I think that it's on "You Can Be a Sweet Dream, a Beautiful Name." I think that shit was playing where we were at. And one of my teammates was like, "Oh, there you go, Sweet Dream." I was just like, I just started like everybody laughing. I was like, I'm about to put that shit.
But see, still came
I put it
right.
down.
Got it from somebody else.
Look,
Didn't give it to
I
yourself.
Put it down. Right. I put it down, and then I went in and I knocked the dude out in like 40-something seconds.
Oh,
I
wow.
stuck from there.
Yeah, that'll
Sweet
make it
dreams.
last.
Sweet dream.
Now,
Yeah,
can
Sweet
you start?
Dreams.
Can you start telling your opponents when you knock them out, "Sweet Dreams"? Can you just say it out loud, "Sweet Dreams," and walk away?
I'll take the rest of my brother's job. My big bro trains to do that. That's his thing.
Your family was definitely yelling it out because
Oh,
they were sitting right next to us in
Yep.
the media section. And they just kept saying it, so I was like, okay, I gotta ask him about that.
Oh yeah, man. I love my family. I love my fans, my support. Like they everything. They the shit, man. They show up and they show out for me. Now they don't just show up; they show out.
Yeah, definitely.
I was
Definitely.
having to grab. There's a couple times I done had to grab a mic at the show. It's like, yo, chill, let the man leave.
Now they were definitely one of the most. They were definitely one of the most hype in the crowd.
Yeah. Of all the weeks that we've
Besides
been
the
there.
dude's mom.
That's not funny. See, that's
You're talking about something unfortunate.
Don't worry about Quan, Jamal. Don't worry about.
No, I mean
Quan.
his dude's mom was hyped up.
She was hyped up.
She
for
wanted
another
his son to
reason.
win after he was already knocked out.
Well, I mean,
Who?
That
I
wasn't
ain't
your
what
week.
you said.
That wasn't your week. It was.
It wasn't his week.
I don't think.
I
That
think
was
it was his
Was that
week.
his week?
I think that was.
Who's
Was it?
week?
I think it was a flying knee that
No,
but
it was another
Woodson.
flying knee.
Woodson.
It was anyway. It was
Well,
I think it was.
basically all right because we haven't said this on air. So Quan is
That was last week, bro.
He's been itching to get this out.
he's selling out to somebody's mom.
essentially this woman. It was the mother of one of the fighters. The fighter
T-Rex.
was
Terrence
okay.
McKinney.
Okay, the fighter
Yeah,
was
it was
not
his week
the,
then.
the fighter was knocked out. So this was your week. The fighter
Sean Woodson.
The fighter got knocked out, and yeah, that's right. And he was winning. He had been winning the fight.
He's doing good.
He'd been winning the fight, and
You talking about the that was the McKinley Woodson.
yeah,
McKinney Woodson, yeah.
Well, so the
Yeah,
mom.
that was the fight. That was like a couple fights after mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fight. Basically the mom was just repeatedly saying, get up and get what you came for. Get up.
She didn't realize the fight
She
was
didn't
over.
realize the fight was over.
And you know how quiet it is in there.
When he was asleep?
Yeah, he
gone.
was sleeping.
He's done. The fight's done.
She didn't realize it was over.
They were trying to make sure he's alive, and literally she just kept saying it.
So fast.
She kept saying it like in a loop for like 3 minutes. It was like legit,
Yeah.
it was like a legit 3 minutes that
And
she
then
just kept saying
Laura
it.
got in the stage, announced the winner. She's like, "What happened?"
What? And she finally sat
was
down.
confused.
Just poor mother.
It was bad.
Getting defamed.
It was bad.
Wow.
So
getting defamed.
and Quan gave out the name of the fight and fighter.
Shout out to the support. Listen, I want my mom to support me if I lost.
Through death.
Till death do us part.
Jamal, we gotta get you out of here. We can't have you a part of our shenanigans. don't associate your brand with this.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
We do appreciate the time and the insight, though, man. You had a lot of good stories for us, and just we're gonna be happy to watch you grow and continue to get more famous, get more fights, man.
Did we lose him?
Possibly
Lost him.
Well, sentiment's still true.
Very much so. Another good interview. Good job. Quan.
He's calling right back.
Man,
okay,
I'm
okay.
so
We'll
excited
go ahead
for
and
the.
close it up with him.
Okay, all right.
So excited for the future.
Yeah.
You have reached the voice.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's one of those things
Technical
we're both
difficulties.
trying to call each other,
Drop a call.
giving out phone numbers.
Yeah.
Everybody's calling each other at the same time.
There he is.
Only getting voicemails.
Hello.
There we go. We're back. All
What
right,
happened?
it's all good, man. Before we close it out with you, man, give any shout outs you want to give and let people know where they can find you online.
Oh yeah, definitely. I want to give a huge shout out to my head coach, Chad Pomeroy. He's been my guy since I was an 18-year-old kid. He's helped show me everything I know, teach me the game. Him and my striking coach, Johnny Grigwire. I want to give a shout out to both of those guys because they pretty much molded me, made me the fighter that I am. Want to give a shout out to my team, Black Lion Jiu-Jitsu Academy, Team Coiler Gracie. Want to give a shout out to my head jiu-jitsu instructor, Coiler Gracie. Man, there's a lot of people to thank. I want to thank my mom, my brother, my fans, just everybody. My managers at Sucker Punch. My sponsors that's been with me throughout my whole pro career at Lizard Licked Apparel and Palermo's Pizza here in West Michigan. And when you see me, I stepped in the cage by myself, but I definitely didn't do this alone.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people behind me, and
Yeah.
I really want them to know I truly from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate them. If you want to follow me on Instagram, sweet_dreams_J Hill. That's on Instagram, or at J Hill, Jamal H on Twitter, and then Jamal Hill on Facebook. I appreciate the support. I'm here to put on the show. I'm here to entertain. I'm here to be a great.
Make sure you check them out. It's the future of the UFC right here on Guerilla Cross Unnamed Sports Show. My man Jamal Hill. And don't forget about us when you win the championship, bro. We want another interview.
Oh, no, sir. Definitely. I always show love to everybody who show love to me, man. I appreciate y'all having me on.
For sure, man. Seriously, man, good luck in your next fight. We look forward to it once that's announced. We'll definitely, let our people know, and we'll definitely be supporting what you're doing, bro.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it, brother.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir. That's
thanks,
Jamal
Jamal.
Hill,
Thank you.
new UFC fighter. Won Dana White's Contender Series last week. Won a contract. And, we watched the fight again. What'd you guys think about the fight?
He dominated the whole fight pretty much. I mean, it was
Against a big guy, because when
Yeah.
that
to the
dude
body.
walked in, me and Josh looked at him because we're standing right there when they walk in, and we're just like, this dude is big.
Well,
a big dude.
we were really trying to figure out how these guys were light heavies because
Yeah,
they were
they
both
looked heavy.
over 6'4".
Yeah.
6'4", 6'5", 6'6". Like, you're not meant to get down to 205.
Yeah, I was wondering about that when he said that he walks around telling 230, and I'm like, man, that's a lot of weight to lose to get down to 205. I'm 6'3", an inch shorter than him, And I mean, I'm older, obviously, and not as in great shape. But even when I was in good shape, I'm still at like 240.
That's not easy to drop.
You know,
that weight.
me getting in great shape is where he walks around at. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of weight. It almost seems unnatural. But I mean, if these guys can do it and they're comfortable at fighting there, I mean, more power to them.
But
man.
it's also
I mean,
being disciplined, and if you stay there, it's easier to stay there if you keep the same diet, keep the same exercise and stuff like that.
Yeah, and as he said, they go out to get 5 pounds a week off him, which is, I mean, it's work, but it's not like
that's not insane.
You're not trying to drop
it's not those 15 pounds and yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Who was it? I feel like was that last week? I think that might have been the guy with the flying knee that you're talking about. He had gotten the fight on short notice and he had to drop like 20 pounds
that was Sean Woodson.
in like
Sean Woodson,
because 5 days.
Well, first off, Woodson
10 days. It was 20 pounds in 10 days.
Yeah. Well, but Woodson is also a near 6 foot. He's 6'2" and change, featherweight.
Yeah, had to get that weight off.
Okay. Yeah,
that was insane.
But I mean, it's just like to get to that weight. First off, he's too tall for that weight.
Well, he's a skinny dude.
He's real skinny.
Oh, he's really skinny.
He's really skinny.
I mean, that knee came out like crazy though.
And that's right, because that was the fight where he was on his back the whole fight. Remember, he
almost got choked out.
The guy kept taking him down.
Yeah,
McKinney's a really good fighter.
Yeah, he almost got what he came for.
Well, yeah, wow, this guy's poor mother.
Wow.
See, that's how you're supposed to do it, Quan. You're supposed to wait. You set it up, then you knock him down.
Shout out Mrs. McKinney.
You don't do that when we have a fighter on the phone. I was like, oh, God, he got this man on the phone.
That's great.
He's associating himself with us. Don't hit yourself to us, son. You keep going.
Until he caught that knee, he was winning that fight.
Yeah.
And the only other fight he lost, he broke his leg. So, I mean, clearly a pretty good fighter.
Yeah. And Woodson is now 6-0, but that knee is
becoming a thing.
Yeah.
It's becoming a thing.
It will for a while. You know how sometimes things come and go.
Sure.
I mean, as we talked about yesterday,
but it's almost a guaranteed knockout if you connect, and that's why it could become a thing. But go ahead, say what.
Well, no,
what we were going to say.
It's so, as we had said, it's so all or nothing. It's like if you connect, you've probably just won the fight.
Yeah.
But
if you miss,
you're
real vulnerable for a good
estate.
second. Yeah. You putting a lot on the line.
Especially like we talked about it with the Askren fight. I mean, Askren's such a good wrestler.
Yeah.
That if he would have missed with that knee, that could have been the end of that fight.
Is that the guy that's been calling out Connor?
Askren?
No. Masvidal, like who's the guy that's been calling out?
Oh, the guy that beat Askren.
Masvidal's been calling out everybody pretty much.
Yeah. Which he should. I mean,
his name got big real quick there.
Yeah.
And guess what? To keep your name big, you call out the bigger names.
Capitalize.
Yeah.
Capitalize on that knockout because people will forget. They'll remember that somebody threw a crazy knockout like that. But if he doesn't get another fight real quick,
I mean,
they'll start forgetting who did it.
Obviously, there was no damage.
No, he can get a fight tomorrow. he could have got a fight a week later and been fine.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah,
exactly. The only thing he could have done is scrape his knee. Yeah. That's about it.
Knee's a little swollen, just needs some ice.
He could have fought again that night, probably. I mean,
we got another fight on the card.
He was ready to go.
I'll happily double up my money.
Yeah.
This has become the unnamed sports show. See, I put MMA in there.
It's coming.
Unnamed. It was actually AMM.
Oh, don't you start stuttering on me. I'll have to get up.
God bless combat sports.
I actually stuttered once during the interview.
Oh,
wow. Glad you didn't catch it. But when you were on that huff a couple weeks ago and somebody stuttered in the post-fight interview, you almost lost it.
Oh my God,
Steve
dude. No.
Well, he was on the huff. He was on the huff.
This guy on the other side. Oh, that's right. That was that
week.
That was that week.
Yes.
Oh, and he started epic, and I was just like,
man.
Get me out.
Listen, there's only like 8 media people in the room.
I'm one of the 8.
He's one of the 8.
He started stuttering because was he asking Dana something? I can't remember.
I think it was one of the fight.
It was bad though. He's like, yeah. So Steve, and I was like, oh, you better get it out. You better get it out right now, or I'm gonna lose it.
And he hits my arm. It's like I already don't want to look at you.
You're terrible.
Wow.
No, that's when you get up and go like, I don't know that guy.
Oh, you know me. You came here with me. We're best friends.
I'll just be like, he had a little too much to drink. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's a little touched in the head. It's all right.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's in a lot of pain, trying to laugh it off.
Yeah.
I walk him out.
Wow.
Oh, this is one of my
Gosh,
favorite
man.
beats.
Cold as ice.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Redman. You
Okay.
played it yesterday, and I got excited, and I was trying not to say anything.
But then
Well, you
2
came,
days in a row.
You came back to back. I hadn't heard it. I was like, oh, all right,
Drake.
here we go.
Back to back.
What else is going on with you, Steve?
Oh,
why you look at Dave and ask for Steve?
That was weird.
That was really
That
weird.
was kind of
It was
weird.
a- it was a
And
bit
it was
of-
on video.
It was a bit of an okie doke. I made eye
He did
contact
no
with
look
Dave.
pass.
I
No look
legit,
pass.
I legit was ready for a Dave question. And when he said Steve,
So
I was
was
like,
I.
I don't even know how I'm doing right now.
Good.
I wasn't ready.
I had to wind. I was winding up my negativity as we spoke. I was like, "Oh, here we go."
All right, do we got that segment today?
What's that?
2 minutes with Steve?
Oh.
2 minutes with Steve.
No, it's
It's 1 minute, right?
It's thoughts with Steve.
Thoughts. Oh, okay.
Thoughts with Steve.
Okay, you got 1 minute, not 2 minutes. That was way too long, Josh. Okay, 1 minute to talk about whatever's on your mind right now.
Go.
Wow.
I'll start the clock.
okay.
Hold on. Wait. I'll start the clock.
At this very moment, because I'm actually looking at this, we're talking about LeBron and Griffin, right? Griffin's now with the Pelicans. And he's coming out and basically saying everything that we've said all along, which is that basically working with LeBron, it was so about winning that it made him hate basketball. Like, he doesn't love the game anymore. And LeBron is like terrible. All he wants to do is bring these, his people that he wants to play with in. And he's basically saying like he don't think this is gonna work in LA. Like, it makes no sense what they're doing in LA, and everything in LA is gonna fail because of LeBron. And LeBron gets all the credit for winning and none of the blame. It's not fun for people. They don't want to be a part of that world. And I'm just like, this is sad. Like, he said he cried the night they won a championship because he was so sad that it was so about winning he didn't even enjoy it. And it's just like, I'm reading this and I feel sorry for him, but then it's like, whenever they come out and say this stuff like publicly, I'm like,
And time.
come on, Michael.
Cut it
Man,
off.
you know-
It was time.
It's time.
You know-
hey, you got an uninterrupted minute.
And that is something I wanted to talk
Multiple
about
minutes.
today.
I was
Multiple
worried.
minutes.
I was
Wow.
worried because you started to kind of like wait for us to retort, and I was
No,
I was
we
I
can't
was gonna
say
jump in
anything.
and say, Steve, this is yours.
We can't say anything.
So you got to answer your own questions, the rhetorical.
But now, however, this is definitely a topic that needs to be discussed.
Yes.
My next minute to be better.
No, that
No.
was very good.
No, no,
that was
it's
on. That was on message. That
I
was
paid
great.
attention the whole minute.
I didn't trail
that
off for
was
you. I
good.
was engaged.
You didn't talk about your soccer career as a kid.
Nothing. Break
It
into
was all
Jordan.
about sports.
Nothing Jordan monologue.
Yeah, you didn't have M or a J in any of your vocabulary.
It was
Wow.
topical because it just came out.
Yeah.
Literally.
Wow.
I
Good
mean,
job,
really,
Wow.
it was,
Maybe Steve needs to bring topics.
yeah.
Steve, you need more time. See, this is why I came.
I just found my calling in life right
But
now.
you know, with all that Steve brought up,
Got to take lack out of your vocabulary. You'll be good.
it seems like for a lot of people, this is going to be very inflammatory and shocking.
why.
But for people that watch basketball, you're just like, oh, yeah, 100%. Everybody always thought this.
Yeah.
Just David Griffin, who was physically there, who likes LeBron and gets along with him, by the way.
Because that was what I was gonna say. Because
Not anymore.
LeBron loved him. Remember, LeBron was mad that they let Griff go, and it was like, how did you let Griff go? Like, how did this not work?
Yeah.
Remember, like that was a big thing.
Well,
like, that
clearly he
was one of
wasn't
his
coming
guys.
back anyway.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, what did David Griffin have to do right when he went to New Orleans? He had to give up his due to LeBron and Rich Paul, the guy that he wanted to keep there in New Orleans. So there's a little bitterness there still, too. So we can't take all that. But at the same time, I think we've all said that the same thing, you know? With it not working in L.A., it could work in L.A. It worked in other places. So for it not to work in L.A. is,
Thank you, David Griffin, for basically giving my message to
I mean,
the masses.
everybody has said stuff like that for years, but it's still to say it won't work is a lie because it worked in Cleveland with you there and you won a
East.
championship.
Well,
it
East,
worked in
though.
Miami,
And that's-
it's,
and I
it's
think-
worked.
I think the beef coming from the GM of Griffin is saying that, yeah, he wants to bring these players in, these people, But to do that, you basically have to do things that kind of sabotage us for the future.
Yeah, the future is
where
killed.
where
The
most
future has to
GM
be
is
now.
thinking about now and the future, where the
does
player is thinking
Cleveland-
about right now.
But at the same time, the right now won Cleveland a championship. They would have never won a championship with their quote unquote future.
Right, exactly.
If they didn't give that up. So there's things in sports that you like. Toronto was not going to give up DeRozan DeRozan or win a championship with him. So you give up their quote unquote future and you win in the present, and now you got something marked in history
forever. It's everlasting.
Yeah. So we see so many teams. Oh, we gotta live for the future, and their future never happens. We've seen that with the Clippers for years.
Well,
we've seen that with the Memphis Grizzlies. They held on to their stars for too long, and when they finally did trade them, they didn't get what they could have 2 years before. You know,
that's true.
because people are trying to hold on for the future and not playing for. Listen, you have a chance to win the championship now, so you have to do that now.
Well, I'll say right to your point. I'll say in certain markets that's true. You say Cleveland, you say Toronto. Neither of those teams had ever won. They need to be looking in right now because your window is only as big as your window is. When you start talking about teams like the Knicks, you start talking about the Lakers. You don't need to necessarily win so much. You need to win today. You need to win tomorrow. But you also need to be looking at your team in more of a longer.
But Josh,
lens.
do you? Because the Knicks haven't been good for this century.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
And
20
they
years.
still pack out Madison Square Garden, and they're still a topic of discussion all the time, and they make a ton of money.
Yeah.
And they've been trash.
That's the other thing that you have to think of is like you can afford to be trash if you're a huge market.
Yeah.
If you're Cleveland,
well, in some huge markets, because some huge markets they don't come.
correct. But if you're a huge market that shows up, the people are going to show up for Laker games. No matter how bad the Lakers are still selling tickets.
Yeah,
and they were still
selling out at a higher clip than the Clippers, and the Clippers were a better team
for more money.
For more money.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that has to be remembered, especially like when you talk about with Cleveland. Cleveland is not a big enough market that you
strike
need
while
those playoffs.
Yeah, you strike while the iron's
So
hot.
that's why sometimes you talk about teams holding on to their playoffs too long, like a Memphis.
Yeah.
You need those playoff appearances.
Yeah.
Because those playoff appearances are money that you have because you're never going to get free agents.
Yeah.
Not anybody that's going to impact true winning.
Right.
Anyway, your hope is all the draft or on getting fines that are lucky.
Yeah.
Getting Marc Gasol to get in shape and turn into a great player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach Randolph to
Care.
get his head on straight
Just care.
and care.
Just care. That was all it was.
For some reason, for Tony Allen to his craziness just like fit into what they were doing, and it became part of their identity. And then just like Mike Conley developed into a really, really good point guard that could kind of be the calm orchestrator of
the craziness
of the nonsense.
Yeah.
But to me, when you talk about the whole Griffin thing, it's like everything is all the stuff that we talked about. But the one thing that I was surprised he was willing to say wasn't so much all the other stuff, was that him going to LA had nothing to do with winning, and LeBron doesn't care about winning anymore.
He said that? Oh, Steve needed more than that minute.
He needed more than
you
that.
needed more than
He
that
didn't
minute. There
say
was
that
more
in
for you
those
to
exact
say.
words, but he was
Holy
basically like,
smokes.
you can tell that he's not all about winning anymore.
I mean,
Holy
but
smokes.
would we expect him at this stage of his career to be only about winning? Obviously, we knew he went to the Lakers.
Jordan was.
With Wizards, no, he was.
He was 40.
He was. He just didn't have
He
the
didn't
legs
have
to
it
do
left.
it anymore.
There's nothing
So,
left for him to do.
Let me give you the Griffin quote so you can take it how you take it. All right.
Okay,
So it
all right.
says, winning a title in his home state also has affected James' mindset on the court, said Griffin, who wonders whether James, now with the Los Angeles Lakers, is more preoccupied with other priorities. Quote, there wasn't a lot else for him, Griffin said. I don't think he's the same animal anymore about winning, end quote. So
I believe that.
I would think that
Wow.
I
there's
believe it. I just don't believe he said it.
Yeah,
Oh, you don't
so-
believe he said that?
No, I believe he said it. I can't believe he said it.
Oh, okay.
Because
yeah.
that's the kind of some of the rest of the stuff.
was kind of
LeBron and his team is just gonna like shrug off.
Whatever.
But part of the whole thing is supposedly that that all of this was a decision about winning and not a business decision. When Griffin said,
We
"What we
know
all
it's a
know
business
is
decision.
it's a business decision." But
Wow.
But at the same time,
That's vicious.
he's still a basketball player. He still has pride.
Yeah.
He still wants to win one in LA. He does.
I don't think
He's not going to play
of course he
basketball to not
does.
win.
He
Of
want-
course
look,
he does, but it's not going to break his heart if he does.
Listen, wanting to go get Kawhi Leonard on top of Anthony Davis, you want somebody to carry you to a championship. Like, he's like,
Man.
how about y'all play? And I'll just be around, and then I'll turn it
I don't
on when
think-
we need me to.
And
got a
here's
lot
the
of
thing,
minutes.
like I don't
Y'all
think
be all right.
I don't think it's necessarily about him being carried, but you also have to think like he doesn't have the same physical body that he had for the past 5 or 6 years. And
Not
I mean,
much different.
when you talk about
Not
just
much
like
different.
like
On defense
like,
it is.
like in
Externally, it's not much different. Internally, those miles.
The knees. I'm trying to tell
And
you,
this
the
is-
knees and the want to. You got to want to get back on defense and want to run. Like LeBron, when he was with D Wade in Miami, they were the fastest paced team in the league. His last few years in Cleveland, they were one of the slowest paced teams in the league. Last year in LA, slow paced team. And now you're
you
saying,
sure about that?
Yeah.
Look up the stat.
His pace is always.
I know they weren't in the bottom of bottom
his pace
half
is
of
always
that.
his pace has always been slow, and he's always one of the least moving players on the basketball court. That's been the case for years.
and
now.
you also have to look at. I mean, we talk about this with Golden State, where if 5 years in a row they made it to the finals, that's the equivalent of playing 6 seasons in 5 years. LeBron's been to the finals 8 years in a row. So what has that done to his body? Not just. I mean, you look at all of Golden State just fell apart last year.
Yeah, like
They're
we
all,
said
like,
before, he's
on
still
crutches
in,
right
in
now.
better shape than most
So-
people. He hasn't played since April, which is going to be good for him this next year.
Right.
So of course, he's going to go all out. I mean, if you look at his stats last year, people act like he was dead last year.
Nah,
Look
he
at
still
his
led the
stats
league.
and compare him to Kawhi Leonard. His
Yeah.
stats were way better than Kawhi
It's-
Leonard's in every area as far as the regular season's
Except
concerned.
defense.
Well, yeah.
But I don't think
But
this is
He's still putting up numbers.
right.
It's just, and he always will. He's probably the most gifted basketball player that's ever walked the earth.
Which is why they could still win it.
But you know it's different. You know he's
Yeah.
not the same. I know what those numbers show, and those numbers are phenomenal. I'm not running down LeBron James in any way, shape, or form about this stuff on the court. All I'm saying is he's different. Those numbers come in different ways, and it's amazing that he's changed his
Sure,
game
numbers.
enough
I
to
think he's
continue
gonna-
putting those
I think
numbers
he'll
up.
surprise a lot of people this year. Having a whole summer off, which he hasn't had.
Having Anthony
He's
Davis
had a lot
carry
of
the
rest.
load.
That's fine. I mean,
Which he
that's-
should
there's
be.
But
nothing
that's what
wrong with that.
everybody
Anthony
needs.
Davis is
Yeah,
one of the
like-
best players in the league.
I agree.
People were saying he was going to be
That's not a knock.
the best player in the league in a couple years ago. So I think it's great.
I don't care what anybody says.
But me going to that with the Anthony Davis thing is going back to David Griffin saying that they're not going to win like this.
Bro, how's
they
LeBron
definitely
James shooting 66% from the free throw line? Like, how is that okay?
no, that's horrible.
That's trash.
Any NBA player shooting under 70%, I think they should
Yeah.
get fined.
Good
Seriously.
God.
I've always
I
I've
think
always
they
felt
should
that
be
way.
fined for that.
66%. He
I-
goes to the free throw line 5, 7, 8 times a game.
No, he was
making
horrible last year.
5.
Can I tell you part of what that issue is for LeBron? It's just like everything else where you see him like being able to hit threes like off the dribble and things like that, but you'd never really be able to hit them spotted up. I think he's just such a natural player, and I think he's got so much going on in his mind. I think that time of just being stationary at the free throw line, I think he overthinks it.
Listen, I've always thought
Maybe.
it's embarrassing to be a millionaire basketball player and not shoot at least 70% from the free throw line. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how big your hands are.
bad.
Yeah.
Listen, the first thing you ever do when you grab a basketball is shoot 10 free throws to see what your percentage is. That's how you start playing basketball. You're doing the little free throws. That's what you're doing on your little Dr.
That's
J hoop
something-
back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
That's something you do in every practice with kids is work on your free throws. Work on your free throws. Every coach worth his salt pounds that into every player's head. Work on your free throws. Work on your free.
They're
It's a free
They're free.
shot. It's
They're
a free shot. You got to get good at your free. No matter what position you play, no matter how old you are, even with your form. Like when most of the time, I know myself as a coach, when I'm working on kids within their form, it's when they're shooting free throws.
See, this is what I expected from the 1 minute rant.
I mean, it's
It was a beautiful minute with Steve. That was great.
What's it called?
All downhill from there.
Thoughts with Steve.
Thoughts with Steve.
Thoughts with Steve.
All right, we need to get that
But-
recorded.
I don't know. I
Some
fought.
soft music in the
I
background.
got a better one. Huff stuff.
See, you went for the low hanging fruit.
Huff stuff.
That's solid though. That's low hanging though.
Huff stuff.
That sounds
Right
like
there.
the sports guy on NBC.
Yeah.
at
He's
10
definitely
o'clock.
he's definitely George Michael in the sports machine with the Huff stuff.
Wow.
Here's Steve Huff with the Huff stuff. all right, Quan.
Talking
how I
about
feel today.
UNLV sports.
We're in a crazy tie. Tie with basketballs on it.
Oh my goodness, whammy!
But I still think it's a great. I think they got some great insights from David Griffin for somebody that has actual legitimate firsthand knowledge of what it's like. I mean, we all thought this,
and is also
we
pissed
all,
off that he had to give up Anthony Davis to Rich Paul. So you can't. All I'm saying is you can't take it all the way that he doesn't have any bitterness in what he's saying right now.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
but also remember. You're
and
just,
he almost died in an earthquake in Vegas.
You're just thinking about the Anthony Davis, which, by the way, he got a pretty good haul for Anthony
He got a
Davis,
great
considering
haul.
he was forcing his way out anyway.
And
Yeah.
he
I think
became
your
a bigger
bigger
name off of the win.
Here's where I think your bigger Rich Paul, LeBron James type problems are: Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith,
Yeah.
the guys he's had to pay because LeBron forces you to.
Yeah.
The Tristan Thompson one is a crime. That they made that deal with ski masks on.
Wow.
Hey, that's really
agree.
good. That's really good.
They did.
They did the Vanilla Ice deal with Suge Knight.
Hey, that's
They,
really
they,
good.
they hung Vanilla Ice out of the balcony window, made him sign that contract.
No, they said my office hours are from 9 to 5. 5 heartbeat in his ass.
Yeah, dude, that is. I think that's more so. I don't think the Anthony Davis thing, because he came into the Pelicans
Already knowing that
he
situation.
pretty much. I mean, he knew he got his reputation and his ability to have worked with Rich Paul before got him the good meeting with Anthony Davis. But I think before he knew what it's like to have to make the LeBron deals. It's like you don't necessarily get to make the deals you want to make.
Yeah.
You have to make the deals that LeBron and Rich want you to make. You have to pay Rich's clients, which are LeBron's clients, let's be honest. But
And our fifth man, Kareem, who's not here, thanks for letting us know. He said David Griffin is one man with one man's opinion. So, but it's more than just one man. He was
All
in.
right, Kareem.
it's a very
He was in the thick of things. So
All right, Kareem.
it's the most qualified opinion of anybody that's had to deal with it that's come out and said stuff.
And, well, I mean,
I do agree with it.
listen. Anybody that has worked with LeBron.
no, you listen.
Well, I'm
Go
just
ahead.
saying. Anybody that's worked with LeBron, most of those people, most of those voices have now moved on, or they're so far removed.
Yeah.
Griffin's only 2 years removed and won with him. That's essentially saying, like, that would be like Pat Riley saying something now. He couldn't have said something back, right when he went back to Cleveland, because, well, he did, and he sounded bitter. Didn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Didn't
yeah.
come off
If
well.
he said something now, it almost kind of be like, for lack of a better term and a Kareem term, it would be a little revisionist.
Yeah.
So he'd be revisiting old stuff where it's like, well, why are you saying that stuff now? This coming out of David Griffin is pretty good.
He's
that's
a smart
good stuff.
guy
That's
and
good
a good
stuff.
and a good GM.
Yeah.
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 I mean, just
No fighting there.
just plain and simple.
I think of all the people who have something to say, his has the most credit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's the difference in what he's saying. In a sense, yeah, it does come off a little bit bitter. You know what I mean? He kind of.
I don't think it does, though.
But at the same
He
time,
was he was very on message. He wasn't taking pot shots. He
I don't
really
think-
could have
yeah,
taken
I don't-
pot
I
shots.
don't
I
think
feel like the
it's-
league. I feel like the league already kind of hates Clutch,
Yeah.
and people and everybody in the East was tired of LeBron beating him every year. We all
Bye.
know that too.
Bye.
But
Yeah.
I think Clutch already has that kind of reputation. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm really interested to see Clutch sports success when LeBron James is out of the league, because I think it's going to be different.
Well, it's,
Possibly,
it's,
but
it's,
they've been signing a lot of people already. So once he's out of the league, they have a lot of people.
They have,
But you saw what happened
Ben
with Anthony.
Simmons?
Yeah, you saw what happened with Anthony Davis.
could go bad.
Anthony Davis, he didn't have as much leverage as he thought.
Are you sure?
He,
'Cause
I
he
mean,
got where
should
he
get
wanted to
traded
go.
pretty
I
quick.
mean, he got where he wanted to go, but like, basically, he had to crucify a season from the New Orleans Pelicans. Like the Pelicans,
Is that crucial? I mean,
Yeah, I get what- I
do you
get what
think
you're
he
saying,
cares
like,
about
yeah.
that? I mean,
But say
he,
again.
he didn't get traded right away, but he got that's a pretty quick trade still.
Quan, can I
Well-
tell you, he hurt his popularity and his
Yeah.
marketability.
Yeah, like
To
wearing,
anybody
wearing
else,
And
shirts,
you know how quick that
wearing-
can switch up?
Well,
in the
in
NBA?
LA, but I mean, wearing shirts to say that's all, folks, and like just he did a lot of stupid stuff where it's like that didn't. Again, he's not an attractive dude, so it
I
ain't
mean,
like
I
he
don't-
was.
He hurt his reputation.
Like,
I don't
yeah,
think
like-
that. I don't think the agent told him to wear that shirt. You know what I'm
Well-
saying? Like these are grown men.
No, I
They're gonna
think
make
he did
their
that
own
himself.
decision.
Sure.
I know he tried to play it off that someone picked it out for him. He's a grown man.
That was petty.
He knew what he did. I don't think Rich Paul had anything to do with that.
I
Rich
would
Paul's
hope
not. Rich Paul's not the boogeyman. He's just a calculated agent who is maximizing all of his deals, or at least most of them.
Yeah,
not necessarily all of them.
And also you gotta think too, Rich Paul being a black agent. How many big time black agents are there? There's not many. You really look around the league. There's really about a handful. You know, especially and then being a black agent that has so many high level clients.
But he's also the one that's known too. I mean, you don't know many agent names. You know agencies.
I know quite a few.
Well, you might. I'm saying the average fan doesn't. They know Rich Paul though.
Fair, but I mean,
there's a reason why they know Rich Paul, because he's being put on TV shows. He's being put on ESPN. He's on all LeBron's, HBO
Maverick Carter,
shows.
same way.
Yeah.
Why should we know Maverick Carter's name?
Well, his name is Maverick. That already buys him some real estate.
Realistically,
like, that's your real name?
LeBron is your friend.
Actually,
that is why we know your name.
Yeah.
And now he's a powerful guy now. But he's powerful because his friend is LeBron James.
And shout out to LeBron for bringing up his friends.
For
you know what I'm
bringing his
saying?
friends with him.
You don't see that a lot.
Yeah. I'm not.
You don't see that a lot.
Well, no, you do, but it's never done well.
I've seen a lot of times in much smaller areas where people forget about their homies.
Well,
real talk.
I shoot, but I've
been involved in music business for a long time. I'll see people get 20,000 more followers on Twitter and act way different. So
we'll look at it this way. Think about all the different boys that Allen Iverson had. You don't know any of their names. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's a lot like it's not Antonio. Antoine Walker. Antoine Walker. He ran around with a crew of 50 deep.
And how much money does he have to show for it?
No, but what I'm saying though,
he didn't help them make money. They were taking money from him.
Yeah, these guys all had opportunities to line their friends up.
LeBron didn't just bring his friends up. His friends also are now successful.
Yes, on their own merit.
If any of these people were stragglers,
open the door.
If any of these people were stragglers, he would have cut them off.
I'm sure he has.
I think that's the difference, is where some people, they become famous or rich or wealthy, whatever, and they're doing the work, and these are the people they're taking care of.
Yeah.
Versus what LeBron did, which
he
is
empowered them.
You know what? You guys are going to be with me. I'm about to put y'all on some game and give y'all some jobs. So I don't have to feed you guys. Y'all can feed yourselves.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big difference.
It's a huge difference.
Which
I commend him for that. There's no hate for me on that, because
he's a smart guy.
It's like,
yeah.
I mean, he made the most out of every. Like you can say a lot of things about LeBron, and I have. But what you can't say
today you have.
Well, what you can't say is that he hasn't maximized everything that has come to him.
Yeah.
Like you can say a lot, but like he has maximized everything. So I can't hate on him for that.
Shout out to Jay-Z for teaching LeBron about business.
Well, that's another story for another day.
You got time today, Josh.
No. Not if you want to keep your show.
Yeah,
that'll get out.
I think LeBron has just proven himself over and over again.
20,000 views.
He's been a very smart guy, but the one thing that you have to say along with that is LeBron is a very calculating guy.
Yeah.
Every move he makes, every comment he makes, every video he puts out,
I'll be watching you.
I'm just saying they all have a reason.
Yeah.
He does not he doesn't get out of bed in the morning. He doesn't put on clothes. He doesn't do anything without a reason. Everything he does,
even putting on his socks,
I think is calculated.
Dang.
Wow.
It's tough when it gets down to sock decisions.
Listen, I think he is a smart guy, and I think he thinks about everything that he does.
Where is sponsored by Fruit of the Loom.
Hey man. When you at that level though, you have to be like that.
That's insane.
You know what I mean? Why do you think you look at all these CEOs and stuff? They wear the same clothes every day. Just one less decision for them to make because they got so many other decisions.
Here we go with the decisions again.
Hey, decisions are everything, bro.
Look, I like having the decisions of making my own choices on what to wear.
I'm just saying.
I would be very bored if I was like, black shirt again.
I could do it.
All of LeBron's decisions
like colors.
Have landed him to being on his way to being a billionaire, an NBA champion. I mean, where are his failures besides losing a few finals?
Hairline.
His
hairline for sure.
Something that he can't control.
Not listening to the Rogaine commercials. You keep the hair that you currently have. That's the key.
I don't know why he doesn't just shave his head.
It's his only failure.
It's way past time. He should have been came home.
Yeah.
When he came into the league, he should have shaved his head. It's
When he shaved it,
It was on its way.
like he shaved it one summer or something, and he
Yeah, it was
posted a video.
like 2 summers back.
Yeah, I was like, this is a good look, bro. Keep it shaved.
Did
Nah,
his-
he come back.
Did
got
his
a boxy
biological
head.
father, Delroy Lindo, teach him nothing?
my
Delroy Lindo's his
biological
dad.
didn't bother.
Delroy Lindo is definitely
Need a
his
place
dad.
for Shaq.
Clearly, Delroy was not in the picture, and it's too late now.
Clearly,
It's too late.
Delroy's
now.
not in the picture.
Clearly.
I don't know why they have not come out and admitted this yet.
We need to have like an intervention with Delroy and LeBron, and just find out like,
Delroy,
hey,
when
where are
were
we?
you ever in Akron or the lower lying area?
It's like, what project were you shooting in Akron, Ohio at such and such a day and time?
Can we get Maury to do this interview and find out?
1984 in March. Where were you?
Delroy, you are the father. But that'd be the first time we do. Be like, yes, yes.
We have another one. Greg, come out here. Were you ever in Ohio?
Greg Oden. Greg Oden, you got into a time machine, didn't you? That's what happened. That's what happened. I know what happened.
He's Benjamin Button.
Well, now he's not aging backwards. He looks a
Yeah,
lot
he's-
older now in the Big Three league.
Greg,
He doesn't
hey,
look older. He just looks as old.
Yeah, he doesn't
and
look.
heavier.
He doesn't
He
look
looks
any
his-
different.
He looks his
the
right
same.
age now, or closer to it.
Well, he still looks 45. He hasn't made it there yet. I love Greg. Greg's a good guy. He's a
Yeah,
good guy.
listen. With the exception of going to Ohio State, I have nothing against Greg Oden.
Why are you
That-
playing this song, Quan?
Because, hey,
Dave song. Dave set it up.
It's my stalker jam, man. That's what you play before you creep outside somebody's window.
the replacements. Falco drops back.
Wow. That's a deeper knowledge of that movie than I will ever have.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, come on. Replacements is a solid movie.
Oh, wait,
solid?
It's
Can
bad,
I ask a question?
but
Is
it's
that because the team from Washington is a winning team in that movie?
Sentinels? That's right. But and look and they actually taped it in Baltimore. That's the Raven Stadium. That's not FedEx.
Oh yeah,
Field.
no, that was not FedEx.
That's Raven Stadium. But
Their old stadium.
no. They're doing
The current one?
Yeah, M&T. Mhm.
I thought they revamped. I thought they went to a new stadium more recently. I guess. I was wrong.
No, that's they've only had one.
Was Keanu Reeves the quarterback in that
He
movie?
was.
Yeah.
He was Falco.
There's
Shane
a bomb
Falco.
on the bus. I mean, there's a bomb in the field.
Don't disparage that man.
Oh gosh, let's face it. I love Keanu Reeves movies. I even love his acting. That's horrible, but he's not a good actor. I mean, he has the same voice tone with every single
He's
emotion.
good at being Keanu Reeves.
Exactly.
And you
That's the
want
only
Which is
talent he
fine.
needs.
And you want to know what he's great at? He is doing an amazing job in the community. That man's
Yeah.
still
Yes.
out there riding the bus in the metro
Yeah.
and gives away half his movie checks to charity.
Those are big
Yeah.
checks.
20 million. That's 10
Yeah.
million.
Wait, you
Somebody's
talking
charity.
about 20? No, he gets pieces.
Oh, that's right. He
Remember
gets,
for the Matrix?
Yeah. Oh God.
How much money he made off of those?
I don't even want to talk about the Matrix.
Hey man, he's a good dude. He's a good person.
Plus, have you ever seen the picture of him taking a picture with a woman? Never
Yeah.
makes contact.
Yeah.
Hand,
Like,
hand
his
all
hand
the
be
way
like
out.
this, like
and he
he
makes sure the
doesn't-
hand is like visible in the
Yeah.
photo. It's like
Yeah.
you can't say I grabbed anybody.
And
I
this,
am over
this
here.
is it. Another great person. Can't say anything bad about him. Gives to charity. Does
Yep.
things. Terrible at his job though. His movies are great.
He's not terrible at his
John
job.
Terrible at his
Terrible.
job. How,
Not terrible.
He's
What?
he's
Look,
terrible at picking
I just don't
some
like
movies.
his. I'm
Okay.
only talking about his
That's
voice
it.
tone.
Okay,
Listen,
here's
he's made
else
let
is
me
great.
let me clarify.
He's Bill and Ted.
Number
Listen, he's
one.
bad in certain
Number
things.
one.
But don't you dare when he's in the right movie, whether it's The Matrix
that's-
or John Wick
That's my
or
point.
Speed.
Okay.
When
That's
he
his-
is in the right
That's
when the
his-
right
that's his
project.
I don't know
formula.
about
So there
Speed.
are some.
What?
Speed
Speed?
was great.
There's a bomb on the bus. Don't
Man, you're
sound too
crazy.
nervous.
You're
Keanu.
crazy.
So there are some
There's a
actors.
bomb on this bus.
There are some actors
There's
who
a
can
bomb.
act in any
We
movie.
cannot
You
slow
put him in a
down.
movie,
He ain't one
they
of
know how
those.
to act. He ain't that guy. He's the guy you got to find a movie for him. And when
Hey.
they do, it's perfect.
And when they do,
So-
it turns into a sequel.
And when they don't,
and a
and when they
trilogy.
don't, he does it for. He clearly does it because he just enjoys doing it. And you know
Yeah.
what? Let the man do whatever
Well,
he
that's what I'm
wants.
saying, dude. I'm a huge
I'm not
Keanu
gonna watch
Reeves
any of
fan.
those
Don't
other
get me-
movies.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan. I'm just saying he ain't about to win no Oscars no time soon.
No,
That's all
no.
I'm getting at. That's all I'm saying.
And
Hey,
do you
man.
think he
Alright.
cares?
You
I
think
don't think
Will
he's
Smith-
lost a second of sleep over
Probably
that.
Will
not.
Smith is mad that he ain't getting any Oscars.
Nah, of course
Yes.
not. Well,
Clearly,
No.
he made Ali just to get an Oscar. Get
he
out of
tried.
here.
He tried.
gosh,
Get
that
out of
was
here.
horrible.
He clearly
Speaking of fight movies, that was horrible.
that was a terrible movie. He clearly made that to
wanted
win an
to like
Oscar.
it.
and
Jamie Foxx did
I
a
don't
good
think-
job.
Jamie Foxx was good.
Yeah.
Will
As
Smith
Bun-
was
as
not.
Bundini.
Jamie Foxx actually was good as Bundini.
Oh, that's right. You don't like Jamie.
I don't
I
like
always,
Jamie
I
Foxx.
always forget about
I
that.
can't explain it either. I have no reason.
Why
I
don't you
think
like
it's. I
Jamie?
think
Look at
it's in most cases it's almost impossible for actors to portray a person who has so much character like Ali. Like Ali is such a big
That's
character
a
by
hard
himself.
one. That's a
like
hard
it's
one.
going to be hard to fill those shoes.
People-
Like
Steve, how do
very
you feel
rarely do you
about
see a movie that
actresses like Lucy Liu
I like Lucy Liu.
or Jet Li
I like Jet Li.
Jet Li, the actress?
or Mr. Miyagi?
Right. I
If
grew
you
up-
say anything
I
bad
agree.
about Mr.
I grew up
Miyagi,
loving Mr.
I'll lose
Miyagi,
it.
bro. Mr.
It's
Miyagi
wax
was my
on-
hero.
It's wax on, wax
Like a
off.
son to me, man.
Sand the
He beat up
floor.
a bunch of bullies in the alley, man. How you not like Mr. Miyagi?
Well,
You know,
I know
if-
why you wouldn't like him.
You know, if you look at
We all
if you
know
look
why
at
you
Karate
wouldn't like
Kid
him.
through a certain light,
Yeah,
Daniel LaRusso is not a good dude.
yeah, that's true.
Johnny Lawrence was wronged.
Oh my God,
The
you're
video's
gonna,
great.
You're gonna How I Met Your Mother right now. The real Karate Kid.
Have you seen that? Have you
Think
seen that
about it.
video?
There's a YouTube video that shows why.
That shows why.
The real
It breaks it
Karate
down, bro.
And you know what? It holds a lot
It
of
does.
credibility.
Yeah.
Holds a
We'll
lot of
We'll watch it.
credibility.
It's like 2 minutes long. We'll
Yeah.
watch it after the show.
We'll watch it after
Yeah.
the show.
That kid
And
was
they'd
getting
be like,
bullied, man. Stop bullying that kid, man. He was mad and he stood up to his bullies.
Nah, he was.
No,
the
he
bully.
was the
leg.
bully.
That's the
Well,
thing.
I'll-
when
I'll
you
keep-
watch it,
How is
Yeah,
he the
exactly.
bully?
With the evil sorcerer.
You'll see.
we'll show you in the video.
Steals a
sorcerer.
man's girlfriend, wins a karate tournament against a better competitor with a clearly illegal move
Illegal
because you're not
move.
allowed to kick anybody in the face.
Clearly
All right,
illegal
we'll watch the
move.
Yeah,
video.
we'll watch it, bro.
Come on, man.
Hey,
Daniel LaRusso, you know what you did.
yeah,
And he's still doing
became
it
the
now.
Karate Kid.
From
He's still doing it now
Reseda.
on the Cobra Kai series.
Yeah, he's from Reseda.
Have you guys watched Cobra Kai?
No,
I saw some of the first
It's
Man,
so
I haven't
great.
been able to watch it. I'm gonna
So
watch it.
great.
I'm not paying for another streaming thing just to watch Cobra Kai.
I'm sure you can find it legally somewhere.
I don't feel like doing that.
Go to Josh's house. He has a fire stick.
I do.
I've heard
Yeah, it's
many
great.
times.
Give me
Yeah.
your address, Josh. I'm coming over.
I'll fire the fire stick up right now.
I'm not
Fired
gonna.
up.
I'm not gonna waste the fire stick on Cobra Kai. I'm sure it's good.
Not a
So
waste.
I watched a few episodes.
Steve,
it
we're
was
talking
fine.
about the Amazon fire stick. Don't invite yourself over for that fire stick.
Come on, man.
What?
He thought you were talking about the fire stick.
No,
I got
Talking
that for
about-
you too.
talk about the
Wow.
Amazon Fire Stick.
Steve don't
Anyways.
need your help.
He doesn't.
We might as well just get a dispensary to sponsor our
I'm
show. You
letting
guys
you
talk
know.
about it so much.
I'm letting you know they're
Hey.
out here giving checks.
You're the
don't
one
bring
that
it up.
said it.
I know. I don't bring it up.
I know I brought it up.
No, I was saying
But he
no.
said fire
no,
stick.
I was saying no. Well, because I know what Steve was thinking when he got invited over to watch a fire stick.
I was thinking about shotguns,
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Wow.
whoa,
Netflix
whoa,
shows.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There will be no shotguns going on in my house.
Where'd shotguns come from?
I don't know what kind of fire.
I don't know
it
what
is.
kind of party you guys are gonna have, but
Don't you put
I don't
me in
wanna
the
be
middle of
there.
that party.
I mean, it's your house.
Exactly. And it'll still remain my house, and Steve will be locked out talking about
The
shotguns.
shotgun and fire stick.
I'm not
party.
bringing a shotgun. Like you ever heard like a boomstick, fire stick? That's
No,
Yeah,
I,
never.
I
Yeah.
know what kind of shotguns happen
You
with
guys-
with smoking, and that was not the kind that.
Well,
I was
I'm not
looking
talking
for.
about that kind of shotgun.
See,
I'm not.
that's,
Wow.
that's where I was
Oh
going.
my gosh, get your mind out the gutter, Josh.
That's where I was going.
Goodness.
Where do you expect my mind to be?
My bad. Clearly,
wait.
that was my
Wow.
mistake.
Wait. What
Because
was
I
it?
should know where your mind is
What,
at.
what was that? What was that line? What was that line from Mississippi Burning? It was like, these people clawed out of the sewer. Maybe the gutter's where we should be.
Hey,
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna bring up some NWA, WCW, WWF news.
That's a bad one.
I
too.
really thought he was already dead. The King Harley Race died today at the age of 76.
He'd had some health trouble for a
Who-
long
who
time.
was it?
Harley Race.
Harley Race.
What?
I don't remember him for some reason.
He fought in the Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan era. So
You don't know what's up then.
No, what was his name?
the King
Harley Race.
Harley
King.
Race.
Harley Race.
He had other nicknames too.
Multiple
but
time NWA champion. He wasn't. He was
He was
barely
in WWF for a little bit.
Barely.
Oh,
He
okay,
was in
okay.
it for enough though to.
No, I don't remember.
He was on
him.
WrestleMania 3.
Well, no, I
Remember
know.
this dude? That's him.
No.
Really?
I like vaguely remember him. Like
Not really.
I
You probably
not-
remember
Oh, wow.
managing like in the Big Van Vader days with WCW.
And that's what I kind of. I
Oh.
was thinking like I think this dude was
Oh.
a manager or something. Like
Yeah.
that's all I really remember.
He
I
was
don't
he was
remember
Vader's
him.
manager.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
He's been around for. I mean,
You said
76.
that, I
Obviously,
had
he's been in every era of
Sure.
since we've been watching.
That's
But
true.
yeah, I mean, he passed away. I thought he had already passed away. Someone put up the article. I was going to call him
Nah,
out.
just
old
bad,
article.
Yeah, bad
One of
No,
those.
My bad.
bad
One of
health
those,
for bad health for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to be in good health if you're a pro wrestler, especially in the 80s.
I didn't
Like,
realize that the King Jerry Lawler's son had died.
Yeah,
you see that?
that's a little bit older news.
Yeah, like, and he's suing, I guess, the police department because the police had something to do with his son's death.
I don't know that that's going to go very far because
Well,
his son was known to have a lot of
Drug
problems.
and
A lot of
alcohol
problems.
situations.
Yeah, I feel for him. I'm sure he's sad about it, but I mean, he's also probably extra sad because he never really claimed him as his son for most of his life anyway. So,
Karl Malone.
yeah, that is also a Karl Malone situation because kid looked just like him.
He did. He looked just like him.
It was like
We've talked about it before. Karl Malone's kids, his daughter looked just like him.
No DNA test necessary. That is yours.
They walked into Maury. Maury's like,
Sir,
"Oh, those are your kids."
Maury's like, "Come on."
Those are your children, sir.
Maury's
Why
like,
are we wasting everyone's time?
"Step up and do your part." This episode's not even worth doing. I want some mystery.
I want some mystery.
Oh my goodness. Bring me these children when they're under the age of 4. There's nothing I can do with it now.
these kids do look just like Karl Malone.
Oh, yeah.
I just Googled his kids. Gosh.
Yeah,
Oh my
man.
God.
Look at Cheryl. Cheryl has been spit out by Carl.
He
He just
has-
spit these kids out by himself.
He has dominant traits.
There
He has
was no
dominant
woman
traits.
involved.
No, it was just him.
It's a picture of his son running, and it looks like he's moving like Karl Malone.
The Mormons
It's
in
a
Utah
still
cloned
picture.
him.
That's Karl Malone Jr., son. You don't need no blood test.
The Mormons cloned him. They said, "This is our guy. We're gonna make more of him."
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to fight Karl.
gonna make more
Malone, though.
Malones.
That boy was yoked. I forgot when he fought in the ring when he was in the WWE. Karl Malone.
Man.
Yes, Dennis Rodman
It was
No, he
versus
went
Dennis,
WCW.
right? Yeah. Was that WCW?
Yeah, it was WCW.
and
'Cause
Jay
it-
Leno.
Jay Leno was another time. That was
Gosh,
good.
they
Lord.
were getting ridiculous with their celebrity
It's
fights.
amazing. They went out of business not too long after that.
Yeah. Jay
Crazy.
Leno,
Have you seen any of the comedians in cars getting coffee?
not the new ones.
Go see
They
it.
have a new season.
Go watch them.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Look, Eddie Murphy has the longest episode by like 15 minutes. Like, he has a longer one than Obama.
Because everybody is dying to
I
hear
was
Eddie
super
Murphy
boosted. I, like, when
be
I
a
went back-
comedian again.
When I went back and
Yeah.
like I was like watching, like everybody was like 12 minutes. Like Dave Chappelle was like 14 minutes, 16 minutes. I was like, Eddie Murphy was 38 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's because, like I said, everybody, Jerry Seinfeld included, is like,
They were great. It was
wanted
really
Eddie back.
really good. the
Who
two
else
of
is
them.
on the new season? Wow.
I bypassed. I
you just watched Eddie.
I watched Eddie, and then I went back and watched old Seinfeld. I watched Larry David, which was great because you literally see, like, you can like watch them essentially recreating Seinfeld, like just the two of them talking in a coffee
Yeah,
shop.
that was them.
And just talking nonsense about nothing, and it's like, this is great. And then Elaine, I watched Julie Louis Dreyfus. Julia.
So you just, if it was Seinfeld related and Eddie Murphy, that's when you watched it.
And Dave Chappelle.
Dave
And
Chappelle.
there were a couple others that I was interested
Oh, so
in.
so it was either the people from the whitest show ever or the black people he has on.
No, he had a couple more. He had like George Wallace. There were. Well, no, you said black, so I was saying there was more. Well, I didn't watch.
But I'm saying
all
you watched the black
blacks.
people.
I didn't watch all the blacks.
And you watched the whitest people and the black people.
Steve, what do you think about comedian Ali Wong?
You know what? She's actually really funny. Me and my wife watch her. I like her. I'm not racist like y'all keep claiming.
I never said.
I don't hate
we're asking
Asian
about
people the way
comedians. I
y'all
don't know
keep
what you're talking
asking.
about.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking
Don't
about.
you
know
don't
what
you let them talk bad about you, Steve?
She has
Ali Wong
a
is
really
funny.
good Netflix series.
But-
I was
but
just
she
wondering
do-
if you had seen it.
I've seen her 2 stand-ups. They are both very funny. I didn't think I would laugh. It was one of those I was watching.
Why
I
didn't you
probably
think
was
you'd
like,
laugh?
before I watched them, I hadn't heard of her. I didn't know what she was. She's obviously an Asian woman. And no, but I'm a black man. So, but here's the thing.
And I wanted to punch her in the face.
Looking at the picture of her, I thought, like, you know what? I don't
hate this
know
lady.
if I'll be able to relate to her comedy. Like, that's what I think, sometimes with picking comedians I've never heard of before. Can I relate to what they're talking about? And I took a little gamble.
Funny is
and
funny.
Well, that's the thing. Some people can be funny, but some people, you kind of got to relate to understand at least where they're trying to be funny at. And I didn't know where she was at. So I was like, all right, let me see what she's about. I watched 2 of them back to back. She was super funny to me. So, but there's even some black comedians who I can't relate to it all. I hear them and I'm just like, this is not.
Or sometimes they're just not funny. It's like I can relate to you, but you're not funny.
I get the joke, but I just didn't think it was funny, or I just don't get the joke at all. Like, I mean, here's one. Like, I mean, but this is, I don't know. Mike Epps is super funny to me. Like, to a lot of people, Mike Epps not that funny. From start to finish, his new Netflix special, I laughed from start to finish by myself at home, busting a gut. I was hurting when it was over. Like,
doing what?
Seriously.
Busting
A gut. I laughed very hard.
Oh,
Like,
got
you know
it.
what I mean? So it's just,
Got it.
you know, but
Fire
then
stick?
You say shotgun again, I'm diving. I'm diving on somebody in this room. Like what?
All right.
it was a.
You could have your
great.
own.
There's a couple people who I watch who I think are funny or like they're funny on TV shows or something, and you watch their stand up and it's like, it was all right.
One thing we don't do enough here, enough of here, is shout out the people that listen to us, because we just ramble a lot, and I appreciate the people that stick with us throughout the show.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
Who are
I
they?
don't know.
I don't know
Whoever
who these
listens,
people are.
whoever watches and listens to us,
I thought
all of our
you-
loyal listeners.
I thought you were going.
Yeah,
for-
people go different routes. You can't always see. Not everybody comments, or
Yeah, some people just listen.
people
people
listen
there.
on the app and whatnot.
Yeah.
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 Just shout out to all of them.
Yeah.
That listen.
You know,
It's greatly appreciated.
We have had a drop in Asian listeners, but hopefully now with Steve's new, turning
Turning
of
a
the
page.
tides,
Turning a page.
maybe we'll get them back.
Can
You
we
know
get
what I'ma
Steve
do?
to review the movie Crazy Rich Asians?
Oh my God.
hey, that was a good movie. I actually saw it.
He already saw it.
I wouldn't mind giving a review of that movie.
I didn't
actually
see it.
laughed a lot. You haven't
He's
seen
being very careful today.
it? We got to watch it, Josh.
He's being very careful today.
Because everything I say regarding Asians gets twisted.
How much do we have to twist?
Steve
We just
Look,
let you talk.
physically
Listen,
you know
said
what?
you wish to rain blows upon.
I
going-
was out when they were here. What's DeJuan Blair doing these days? Wow, that's sad.
Something with his hair.
He didn't even make the big three. All right, they're already out there. I open the door, we walk in. All I hear is Steve talking about Chinese or something. What? Chinatown.
That's not what he was saying.
What was he
I
saying?
don't even remember what you're talking about.
I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but he wasn't saying anything bad.
I didn't say
Yeah.
bad. I just said he was mentioning it. Didn't say it was bad.
Yeah.
Well, no, but part of what we were talking about was like we both don't understand why people continue to patronize businesses that give them
In
bad service.
Chinatown? Oh.
Yeah.
So he
that's what
brought
it
up
was.
something
Steve
like that.
And I brought
Chinatown.
up there was a handful. That's the thing I was saying.
Every time I go to
that
Chinatown,
I don't not like Asian people. Like I have a lot of Asian friends,
Don't
Korean,
go-
I'm
Chinese.
not
Like
racist.
Oh, man.
I'm not saying.
I'm
Yeah, that's what I'm
racist.
saying. Like I'm
I have
not
extra
saying it.
friends.
I had your back, Steve.
I do. And so,
not racist.
but because of
Never ever start
I have
a
Asian
statement
friends.
with
that, a lot of
I'm
times
not being racist. You about to be racist. As
I'm
hell.
not. I'm,
It's never a good. It's never a good
I don't know,
start.
a
I was
racist
saying
bone in
what
my body.
usually
I can't be
happens.
racist because I
Back
got
to-
a lot
back
of
to
black friends.
Chinatown.
But
Back to Chinatown.
I
I,
can't
was
be racist.
saying.
I'm black.
they need to go back to their.
I hate
No.
that one more than anything. I'm like, bro, black people can be racist.
No,
bro.
black people can be prejudiced. Black people can't be racist.
Why not?
Look,
Because racism
Oh.
also it has an element of like social power behind it. It's the difference between prejudice and racism.
yeah.
I don't think black people can be racist because unfortunately black people have not enough power to oppress other people.
Huh.
Whereas I think
But you
racism,
can be-
That's an
racism
interesting-
includes
that's an
oppression.
interesting- That's an interesting twist.
That's the definition of racism, but that's not how racism is used.
But yeah,
Right.
of course, of
Racism
course.
is often used to describe prejudice.
Black people can be
And
prejudiced. as hell.
prejudice is, but prejudice is a much softer word. People don't take. When you
Yeah,
say
that's
someone's
true.
racist, you're the most hateful person in the world.
Yeah.
So listen, when I call someone racist, it's another race. If you don't like other races, you're still racist to me.
That's fair
because you're a
enough.
hateful person.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
You're not
And-
just. I'm just prejudiced. I prejudge a little bit. No, you're racist. You hate people. You're a jerk.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, no.
You're a low life.
What I'm
I don't
saying
care.
is, I love all people. But what we were
Except-
talking about was when I go to
Steve, just
Chinatown,
stop it right there. Just end it.
the problems come from the places that I go,
Let him talk.
and
Let him
they
talk.
treat me badly. That's what I was saying.
Oh wow.
So I don't go to places
Who's
where
they?
I'm treated
Who's they?
badly.
Who's they?
The people who happen to run these restaurants.
In every in all
What
of Chinatown.
restaurants?
Not all of Chinatown. It's just some restaurants.
Just the ones you go to.
in China that I don't go to anymore. That's
Hey,
what we were talking
you
about.
know
I
what?
don't go to places where I'm not respected.
Just
Well,
go
it's
to Hot and Juicy. They're great in there.
And by the way, that's not
Hey.
that's not necessarily a Steve thing. There's some places you will go to in areas like that if you're not from the place that the restaurant is derived from, they don't want your business anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a
And
Steve thing. It could be a me thing. It could be
That's the
anybody
point
else
that I
thing.
was making. If y'all would let me make my point instead of cutting me off every time I say
Yeah.
Asian, like it's just, dude.
Wait.
We're gonna do a show. You know what? One day I'm just bring like 10 Asian people in here with me to verify
Steve,
that I'm not racist.
Oh, you have to.
and that I love Asian people.
All right,
I don't
Donald
think that would
Trump.
help. I
Don't
think
you
that
don't
would
you
hurt
start
your
having
cause.
don't
Hey,
you
would
start
it help your
having
cause?
your-
Bringing the 10 Asian pastors.
Hey, it works for the president. It'll work for me.
don't
But
you
it
start-
doesn't work for
Don't
him.
you start
It
having
doesn't
your
work.
Asian delegation show up talking
It
about
doesn't
something.
work.
Ain't I friendly, guys? Yes, he's very friendly.
He's digging a deeper
That's
hole.
not good.
Yeah, don't be breaking
gonna
out your
prove.
Asian version of what's their names, like Diamond and Silk or whatever their names are. Don't bring those.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Goodness,
that's
man.
too funny.
I'm gonna bring my Asian friends.
All of them.
He's gonna bring
prove-
10.
10.
Bring it 10.
I'm gonna just go grab random Asian people
No,
off the
that's not
street
good.
and bring them in. Ask
gonna
them
get
how
the
they feel
bus
about
from
it.
the Korean church.
That's called kidnapping.
They literally were like, we were promised a happy meal and a toy.
Why
That's
do
what we
you sound
promised.
like your Asian thing sounds like you're from Wakanda?
That was Asian?
That wasn't Asian. It was just fresh off the boat, just trying to get
fresh off the
No.
trying to get through it.
Oh my god.
You sounded like an extra in Coming to America.
You sound like
The
an extra
extras don't speak.
Whatever. Somebody with a one-line role. Sorry. You knew what I meant.
Oh my god. Wait.
Extra
Oh
stupid.
my goodness. Oh my, it cannot be you.
Oh,
Difference
man.
of Zamunda.
Wow.
Favorite part of
These
the whole
shows
movie.
never end good.
Favorite part of the whole movie.
What are you talking about? I think sometimes this is the best stuff we
best,
do.
best stuff we've got, Quan. You just gotta give in. Just give in to the madness, Quan. This is what when you bring
What's
me
he
in,
talking about?
I'm about to explain. When you bring me in to close these deals, because I understand. We're gonna go in here together. I'm gonna be like, look, we're not gonna be like everyone else. We're gonna be who we're gonna be. So you're gonna give us this money or you're not.
I like that.
They're gonna sign up for this. This is what they're
Listen,
signing
I don't
up
want to
for.
be politically correct.
It's what they're signing up for.
We are who we think we are.
And we're idiots. Give in.
I think you guys are.
Oh no, you're definitely
I am.
the king of the idiots. You just don't want to admit it.
You don't want to
You-
Wow,
embrace
the
it.
king.
You don't wanna embrace it.
You don't want to
No,
admit
he's
it.
the Lord of the Trolls.
Dave.
troll.
Dave.
Bruh. You are T'Chaka.
You
the
are a
Black Panther,
well-known
bruh.
troll.
He's got the gym in the stomach and everything.
You are a well-known
I don't troll. I just
www
I just make people
website
laugh.
troll.
Oh,
Bruh.
Quan, what kind of troll doll are you? What color's your hair?
Platinum.
Silver.
So,
Platinum.
He's the Papa Smurf of all trolls.
oh my goodness.
Not blue.
Clearly.
You
Because you see
bluest.
color.
Who's your favorite
Purple
Smurf?
and
Steve?
gold.
Who's your favorite Smurf?
The girl.
Smurfette. That's the old. I mean, it's an easy name to remember, Steve. It's the only one.
That's the only one.
Girl.
I always felt bad for her. Once I figured out what
Yeah,
was going on,
exactly.
I was like, hold on, man. She's the
I
only
didn't-
girl.
I didn't want to
Who's your-
mention it.
Who's your favorite Smurf, Steve? The girl Snorkel.
Snorkels. Oh,
Smurfette.
Oh, dude.
She's the most
Oh.
popular Smurf besides Papa Smurf.
What percentage of
Don't
the
get-
listeners
don't get
ever
smurfed in here.
know about the snorkels?
The Snorks? It's the Snorks.
Snorks, not the
Snorks.
snorkels.
I bet you a much higher percentage
Yeah,
than you would think.
probably.
Man.
People know the Snorks, man.
I don't know.
I said snorkels. I didn't know him.
It was a good cartoon.
It was
Oh.
alright.
It was the
Big
same
part
cartoon.
of my yeah. It was
Yeah.
it was basically
It was the Smurfs underwater.
yeah, basically.
underwater
It was
Smurfs.
like when they had the Thundercats and then they made Silverhawks, which was Thundercats but with
yeah.
wings in space.
in
Yeah.
space. Thundercats. In
But
space.
otherwise, it was the same cartoon.
which disturbs me that they've remade every single thing in history and have brought everything to life in the movies and have not done Thundercats yet.
yes, I
They
am.
talked about
They've
it enough
talked about
times.
it a lot.
It's supposedly
Just
an
do it.
underground movie being made privately by Michael Bay and Ryan Reynolds, but I don't believe
I
it.
tell you
No,
this.
not Ryan Reynolds, please.
It's because of Panthro, man. It's racist
That's
out
what
there.
it is. They don't want that black cat on the screen. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
My favorite
except-
Smurf character is
Except Black Panther
Gargamel.
made millions.
Gargamel?
Gargamel.
Yeah.
How you like Gargamel, man?
Who
Cause-
wouldn't?
Because Gargamel was out here with the ruckus.
He's the key.
And
He's the
everybody-
key to the whole thing.
Everybody
Wow.
thought he was crazy.
He was, man. He's trying to kill the little
Hey,
people.
man,
Steve,
he's
what
trying,
would you
he's
be
trying to
watching if there
exterminate
wasn't
that whole
Gargamel?
race.
If there wasn't
Yeah.
Gargamel, man, there's not a show.
They'd be
True.
very happy.
It'd just be little blue people running around.
Yeah, man. But
Yeah,
he,
with
he,
one girl.
he oppressed them, man.
There was other girls.
I feel like Smurfette was also oppressed.
She probably was. I was
Smurfette,
rooting for her,
Smurfette didn't
man.
know where to go.
I was rooting for the most oppressed Smurf, the girl.
Yeah,
the
she had to
girl.
be.
She had to be.
The girl.
She was literally a minority of one.
There was more. There was more female Smurfs.
She was the
Later
most
on.
minority of all.
Were
the
there?
Smurfs.
When did
Look 'em
that
up,
happen?
Yeah, yeah.
Look them up.
Shoot.
It's a
I-
movie.
I
It's a movie
believe you.
out
I'm
with a
just saying,
whole
when did it
female
happen?
Smurf camp.
Smurfette and her little heels. Her little kitten heels.
Hey. She was a soldier, man.
Why Smurfette gotta have
man.
blonde hair too? Just like
Yeah, I didn't like that. They could have gave her an afro, but whatever.
shut the show down.
Steve, I don't.
Shut the show
I
down.
have a feeling like the show probably would not have gone over as well with a lot of people if Smurfette had an afro.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I agree, but still, like, you know, at some point, man, you know, they're gonna remake the Smurfs. They got to put some culture in there. You know what I mean?
Well, they're blue, Steve.
They still can have culture.
That's
You know what I
that's
mean?
a culture.
I mean,
Steve,
Papa Bear had a beard.
Steve,
Man,
if you
look,
saw
Papa
a
Bear.
Smurf with a dashiki on, you would be so
Or
upset.
Papa Smurf. Papa Bear.
I don't know how I feel about a Smurf with a dashiki. I mean, that it depends on how they do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Steve, if they give you a Smurf with like the Africa symbol, looking like they're from the
Steve-
90s when the Malcolm X
Steve's
movie
and,
came
All
out,
they wear is white pants.
why they have to be white?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they could get some culture. Like,
what did Smurfette wear?
the Smurfs could use a little
A dress.
personality. Give them some clothes.
dress?
Like, you know,
Okay, good.
like you had
I
Nerdy
was
Smurf. He
good.
had glasses, right?
Vanity had his mirror.
Right. Vanity had. See, they can get props. They can have like somebody could wear a shirt.
Papa
So,
Smurf is
so
black.
what if one of them had like a pick? That's what you're looking for?
Papa
Maybe.
Smurf was the
I
man
mean-
just because he was the only one wearing red.
Yeah.
If you think
I
about,
respected
like,
him
yeah,
for
you
that.
give
Santa
Papa
Claus.
Smurf a little
Only with a
beard,
beard,
where every
too.
once in a while he picking his beard with the Afro pick. You know what I'm saying? With the fist on it.
Just to, not with
Hey,
the
man.
fist.
He's like, "Where's that girl?
Yeah.
Where's
That's
that girl?
That's
Smurf?
Smurfette
She's my
girl.
favorite
That's
one.
Smurfette girl.
She's my favorite one.
Hey. you
Where's
know.
that girl Smurf at?
Oh,
Hey, I'm just saying.
Fraggle Rock. That was my favorite.
Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock.
That was cool.
I didn't get too much Fire Rock exposure. That was on
didn't have
HBO.
HBO.
Really?
That was an HBO show.
I never really got to watch it.
Yeah.
At home.
That was on. That was on. That was on.
HBO.
No,
HBO.
That was, shoot, that was on Nickelodeon.
Maybe in later years.
reruns when you were a
maybe,
kid.
maybe after
Yeah.
we were kids.
I mean, maybe that was because I was a kid and it was on.
yeah,
And I got excited and I
we
sang
were
the
older than
song
that.
Yeah,
anytime.
no, they were definitely started off on HBO.
Yeah, it was an HBO show.
Sing it, Josh.
That's it.
That's all you know?
What? I'll sing that whole song.
Okay, sing it.
Why
No,
not?
No, I won't. I won't.
Sing
Calm
it.
down. Calm down. I'm not gonna sing
Speaking
the
of my
Fraggle Rock.
childhood.
You're the one that said it.
So they're making a Mr. Rogers movie
Yes, with
with
Tom Hanks.
and I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm scared to watch the movie. I almost cried during the trailer, bro.
Yeah, it's really good.
I
And
was
by the-
legit
by
in
the
the
way-
theater about to cry.
Then Steve, never watch the documentary
Yeah.
because you will cry.
I just downloaded it and I'm scared to watch it. Man. There we go. That's that Fraggle Rock. baby.
Just that Fraggle Rock, baby.
Cast your cares away. Don't you play with me.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm out of rhythm now. You gotta. That's right. So, because I have to visualize him running through that little tunnel.
I mean, what were they doing in Fraggle Rock? Were they just slaves or something?
It's possible.
What
What was they working for?
Down in Fraggle Rock.
Oh,
Fraggle Rock.
what
Yes,
were,
sir.
What were they doing in that cave? Just mining?
Working.
Just working all day?
Working.
They were casting their cares away, is what they were doing.
I think they were slaves.
Those were, no, they weren't slaves.
Wow.
They weren't slaves.
Who were they
A
working
case,
for?
a case could be made.
Who were they working for?
The man.
They were working for themselves.
Where they live? Did they
In
ever
the
show
rock.
houses?
Fraggle Rock.
In the mine that they were digging in? Weren't they in like in a mine or something? Like working?
They were like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They was doing their
Did
own
they
thing.
ever leave that set to go like home?
That was home.
Home was a similar set.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
Like,
if you
I
guys
feel
are
like
just now tuning in for a sports show, we did sports.
Yeah.
This is the culture. I don't know what culture it is.
This is
Fraggle culture.
This is
But
80s babies culture.
This
is what
is
this
the
is.
end of the show where we just rant and
just start-
rave
we just
and just
start
talk about
talking.
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, we're
You're gonna Google it right now.
yeah, bro. Like because I feel like the whole show they were in the same place.
Yeah.
Well,
Until-
yeah,
un-
work
until they
and
went
home looked
outside.
very similar.
Until they went outside, because like
But
when
outside
that-
wasn't really outside. It was
no,
like light
when they
through
when they
rocks.
got up like
I never
up.
saw it as much
Yeah,
as you.
Yeah,
it seemed
yeah.
like they just went from inside the cave to right
the cave,
outside the cave,
which is above ground.
which kind of seems like slavery to me.
Oh, or a short commute.
I
Could be a
mean,
quick commute.
it could
Steve,
have
how
been
many-
a quiet way to condition black children. You're very, very right.
But
That's very
Steve, how
true.
many shows, how many sitcoms did you watch where they went anywhere besides the house they were in?
That was the way.
Cosby Show,
That was the way.
Three's Company.
Cosby
Listen.
Show. They did go on little trips.
Not often though.
Really?
I mean,
was
yeah,
rare.
most of the show was in the same place.
They went to Hillman
For God's sake, Cliff's office was at the house.
inside the house.
It was, which I
Yeah.
found later like very amazing. Like as a young kid, you're like, wait, so he works at home?
Yeah.
Like for real? That's dope.
I mean, now when you look at
No,
it,
I mean, he likes his convenience.
we got some medication for you right here. Just lay down.
he was
yes,
call-
right here on set.
He was calling in prescriptions.
Dun.
Oh,
That whole Dr. Huskell stuff went too far.
Oh my god.
I mean, he's only going from the cave to outside too right now.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a
From the
shame.
cage to the yard.
Him-
Three's
him-
Company. The bar was like right downstairs from their
The
apartment.
Regal Beagle.
They went to 3 different apartments.
Yep.
Larry's apartment, the Ropers,
The Ropers.
Yeah.
and then when Don Knotts took over the Ropers,
Mr. Furley.
he was in the same apartment as the Ropers.
But see,
Correct.
these are free people who are at home and leaving their home to go do other things. These Fraggle Rocks,
we never
were
saw
at
them go
work.
anywhere.
They were at work all day.
No, they were getting into mischief around the
Yeah.
Fraggle.
At
Wow.
work.
Well,
They was acting a fool at work, basically. That's basically what the show was about.
we're acting a fool on the radio right now. Things happen.
Hey, look, I'm not downing their lifestyle. I'm just saying.
Not their life.
He's
I'm
just,
trying to figure
he's just
out what
pointing out that it
exactly-
might not have been optional.
Right, exactly.
You're gonna
They're
make me
making the best
Google.
of a bad situation.
You're gonna make me Google Fraggle.
All right,
Rock.
who's your
This is
favorite
terrible.
Fraggle?
That I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's been a minute.
I don't know. I don't even think they had names, did they?
They
They
had
did.
names. They had names.
Yeah, I don't know anything
That
about
one's
that.
not strong on my repertoire. You can give me a lot of other shows, but not.
We could start
not
doing
Fraggle Rock.
Muppet Babies. Trust me, I was into my cartoons.
You still are. You'll see opening night of a cartoon as opposed to opening night of a Marvel movie, which is sad to me.
Wait, what opening night of a cartoon did I see?
There was one, I
You
promise there
went
was
and
one
saw some,
like a
yeah.
month ago.
I can't remember what it
You're
was.
like, oh, I saw that opening night. I'm like, what?
Was it Toy
I'm like,
Story?
and it took Aladdin, I think.
Oh,
That's not a
See?
cartoon.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I
that
mean,
might have
it's a
been.
kids movie.
but that wasn't on purpose. Like I
Oh,
lit-
is that, you accidentally walked into Aladdin opening night.
No.
But
like-
you accidentally didn't watch Black Panther for 2 months.
Wait a minute. And I've already
Okay,
defended
you're about
myself.
to stutter.
I've already defended
The
myself.
stutter
on
is
this.
coming.
The stutter is not coming. Aladdin, I literally walked into the theater and was like, oh, okay, because I was down by the district in Green Valley and was like, oh, let's go to a movie. And then we're like, oh, Aladdin came out. Oh, okay, let's go. That was how that happened. Black
It's
Panther,
opening night.
I missed the first wave, and then everyone was so in love.
Panther was a good movie.
What? You said it 3 times, so
Well,
I don't know if that was a stutter or if you meant to say it 3 times.
No, it kind of just was more of a happenstance. Steve can back me up on this.
Okay.
When
Because he's black.
yeah, no, and this is the reason why he is black. That was the reason why I went to Steve and not to either of you.
I'm not black.
I just don't appreciate the racism going on in the show today.
No. Like Steve,
I
like
feel
when
impressed.
when a lot of black people say that they love something or they're pushing or promoting this, does that sometimes rub you the wrong way? Like if it's like so overdone and everyone's like, "Oh, go see this," or "Oh, do that," and it's like, "Nah, wait a minute."
Yeah, because you know
Especially
why?
when they tell you gotta see it.
You know what? Because Dave talked about this before, and I, in the way Dave said it, we know Dave. I know he didn't mean it in a negative way, but it's
Uh-oh,
like
what did
He
I
has,
say?
But no,
he
no,
has
no,
black friends.
But no, it's like a lot of times because
But-
because movies with predominant black cast and black direction and just black people working in the movie, they're a lot of times they're low budget movies. They're terrible. Like as an example, Soul Plane. So when a lot of black people are like, "Oh, you got to go see this movie. You got to go
Yeah.
see it. It's like what is it, Soul Plane 2? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Or Tyler
it kind
Perry.
of has that. Yeah,
Tyler
it kind of
Perry's whole
has
career.
that connotation of like it's going to be this certain genre of movie
Yeah.
or this kind of type of movie.
You're black, so
falls into
you
this-
have to watch this.
Right.
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
and then
And
you
so-
guys were trying to take my black cards. I was like, oh, no, I'm on
that was
strike.
all Dave.
Yeah.
I'm on strike.
So
I
yeah,
kind
I
of
get what he's saying.
So
like,
when I
yeah.
did go to see it,
So
what
you
did
did
I
take
do?
a little too long
You were
to see black
rebelling.
in.
I took my notes,
But yeah,
and I came out and I gave y'all a dissertation on the movie. Like, this is what it is.
yeah, but because
There
yeah,
you
that's-
go.
Speaking of taking notes,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. No, he's talking.
I know,
That was
I
a
know.
that was a quick dig.
I know.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have
figured
to
it out.
write my
I figured it out.
my report. I do need to do that. I'll do it today.
all
I'll
right.
do it today after the Cubs game.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
That means
I'm pretty
tomorrow.
sure he also said that yesterday, but
Yesterday I went to sleep. The sleep got me. I'm sorry.
I don't know how
Dave.
you went to sleep and watched the Cubs game at the same time because the Cubs game was at night.
well,
No, the Cub game went
to
off
be
at
fair,
around
I know
8.
growing up, my dad as a Cubs fan, it was a guarantee that like the middle 3 innings of the Cubs game,
Taking a nap.
he was
There's a nap.
asleep.
There's a nap because I mean you have
It
to
was
have
funny
a.
enough because it would always coincide with. It was back in the Harry Carey days, and it would coincide with like those 3 innings in the middle where he'd go down and do the radio broadcast, which was code for Harry going down and drinking the entire time he did the radio broadcast, and
Harry
then
was
coming back up for the 7th inning stretch. 0-1. Let's go.
There's definitely not enough spit.
I didn't want to spit on the mics. We already had Steve spit all over him yesterday.
Oh my gracious!
sorry, Josh.
We had
It's all
people
right.
asking us to wash the mics after
Yeah,
that and everything.
yeah. Girl chat sports. I saw that. That was
I
great.
did not spit on the mic.
No,
only
you spit only on
Only
me.
on Josh and the floor.
Oh no!
Did you ever clean that up?
It was
dried.
It was water. It dried.
It's a concrete floor.
It was very little amount. It was a very small amount.
I don't know. We got that on tape and it didn't look like a small amount.
It was a lot.
I'm sorry.
I didn't see exactly
Dude, it
how
was
much
a-
it
it was
was
a
because I was too
mouthful of
busy
water.
trying to not do the
Look.
same thing on the other side of the table.
Look, some things you can't blame me for.
I
though,
was
man.
looking
Like,
at you, and so you're like,
Yeah,
and then as I'm looking at you, I'm wet. I'm like,
Whoa.
the heck just happened?
she said.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
what else was I?
Well,
I,
hey,
I can't
No,
say.
Steve, don't drink more. That was,
it's not the time.
it's not
How,
the
do you-
time.
how
Water
does-
is
how
just-
does your water make it the whole show? That's amazing.
I know. I need another one. I'm
I'm
parched.
done.
Yeah,
20 minutes in, I've killed my water. It's all
microdosing,
gone
bro. You got to pace yourself.
in the show. We almost made it a full show without microdosing. Almost.
Wow. Our shows go way over and I don't care.
Yeah, I like it when we just start rambling. That's me personally. Everybody I talk to that listens or watches,
They
this is
love
their favorite part.
This is the best
ramble?
Half
part.
the times they could care less about the sport.
Like, you guys don't know what you're talking about with sports anyways. Just talk about nothing.
Bring on that nonsense. I'm trying to tell you.
Just
we're
be
gonna,
Seinfeld. The show about nothing.
Hey,
there's still a niche market for that.
All right. What's your nothing today, Josh?
Nothing. I believe I've said it. I brought
Yeah.
in Fraggle Rock.
Your whole career today has been nothing.
Pretty much. I've got not much else to say.
Steve, one last thought.
you got to be careful when you're doing nothing.
Dave, something positive.
something
Something
positive?
about. Let's see. About.
Oh man, let's run this back, please. I'm ready. I'm ready to be positive again. You guys hit me with a couple. I can't just do one. He already covered the one that I can't do, so I don't think there's any others that I can't do. Well,
Okay.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see.
Something positive about Scott Norwood.
Scott Norwood. Ooh, man, that's a tough one out the gate. You know what? Scott Norwood was a good kicker
Yeah.
for his whole career, and he just missed one kick at the worst possible time. Being
Oh,
a kicker's
that
hard,
was
man.
that was negative. That was negative.
And it wasn't a close kick.
It was
Everyone
about 45
always,
yards.
Thank you. Everyone always
45
makes it out
yards
to
is
be
not a
like it was a
guarantee.
20-yard kick.
45
Like,
yards is not a guarantee.
that was not guaranteed. This
So
wasn't
you know what?
advantage.
He was wrongly blamed. That team was good enough that they should have put it out of reach against that Giants team.
There you go.
There you go.
Don't leave
Scott
it on
Norwood
the
knocked
kicker's
it out of the
foot.
park. Boom. What's next?
Peterman.
You know what? For a guy that has had really zero success, he has multiple jobs.
You're not doing great.
Okay, but
This is a bad one.
He's got a whole nother job, and he found the coach that has loved him since before he was drafted. So he's really in the perfect place for him to succeed.
And he's with a coach that
He started off with something very negative.
He did.
Well, but I had to. Okay, I had to go through the negative, but I got to the
No,
positive.
you can't. You can't go through the negative. You just got to start.
Okay,
with
so
positive.
There's
from
some
now on, I will
force
only
before.
say the positive.
You can only say the positive. You can't swim through the negative.
Okay, I won't. Okay, all right. You guys caught me on what I was doing there. All right. What's another one? I will make sure to only reference the
Josh,
positive.
you got what?
Scott Brooks.
Scott Brooks. You know what? Scott Brooks is
For
loved.
being a horrible coach, he is very.
No, you know what? Scott Brooks is loved by all his players. And he was a gritty player who made it all the way to the NBA with really not really NBA level skills. So I mean, you got to give it up to that guy in both regards.
Patrick Beverly.
Listen, man, that guy hustles. That guy hustles. He makes.
That's a good one.
He makes.
That's a good one.
He makes
Wow.
$10 million a year, and I think every team in the league would like to have him in their locker room.
It was like a half a second.
That was
His
good.
hands was just about to explode.
Dave literally. I was waiting for Dave to do his normal. I was waiting for that.
He almost
I had
gave
to
up.
power through it.
He almost quit.
I had to power through it because I knew if I didn't say something quick, it was going to be bad.
He almost quit.
But hey, I think I did a good job on that one.
That was
Yeah,
great.
that was good.
That was like the
Good
third.
job.
That was like the
was
third
hard.
set, rep number 15, and Dave was just.
Yeah.
He almost needed a spotter
I
on
was
that
like, why
one,
did
bro.
I get a spot?
And I clipped the plates.
It's just like,
He was fighting it.
Man.
Nice job, Dave.
Can't believe I pulled
Good
that one
job,
off.
man. 2 days in a row, Dave
That
said
one
something
was hard.
positive about people, about other humans. Good job. Listen,
man.
The
Dave
bar
can
for
do
me
it.
is so low.
Here's the thing, and here's secretly what I'm trying to do through this segment. Dave's gonna become a nice guy through this segment.
Dave's a nice.
He's just gonna
guy.
walk around saying nice things to people.
You
People
think?
are gonna think he got cloned.
with what, a nicer version of
A
himself.
nicer version of Dave.
You
Where's the
look a
real
lot
Dave?
like a guy I used to know.
He was really mean though.
He was a bit of a douche.
I probably won't take.
Probably won't take. That's all right, Dave.
I'll do my best.
Wow.
Oh my gracious.
All right, that's our show.
It's all right.
Josh is here nightly, doing his stand up.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Steve is asleep.
The after show.
Yeah,
I know we have
need
some.
a nap.
I wish we'd wrote down everything that Josh is supposed to tell us off air.
I'll tell
Oh,
you.
I'm gonna remind. I remember the one from earlier today, so I'm gonna ask him as soon as we finish.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Well, that's time. Listen, download the Guerilla Cross app. All of our shows are live. All the other shows, Let the Ball Bounce, Girl Shot Sport. We have a lot of new shows popping up in the next couple months. So make sure you check that out. GorillaCross.com. We will be back on Monday. So make sure you tune in and download the app. Peace.
Hold on.